Yo, man, there's still a lot of racists in Abbotsford, right? So I'm riding, I don't wear helmet, right? This fucker would pull up next to me at a red light, pull his window down, he'd be like, yo, where the fuck's your helmet? I see the yellow or the red on the other light. I'm like, ask your mom.
Alright, welcome back to another podcast. Today we got Manrav, myself, Sahej, and Thirbir in the building.
Up?
You know,
What's
full
up?
four Sings, doing a podcast, Sings doing things.
Things.
Sings doing a lot of things.
Things.
There you go. Alright, yo, before we get into it and everything that we got to talk about today, I wanted the boys to introduce themselves and also give some backstory. So, Sahej, I'll start with you. What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm doing really good, actually.
Returning guest.
Returning guest.
This is me. Returning
Classic
guest.
Salio.
Yeah.
I already know.
For the
Boy,
people
they
that
already
Is this
know.
your the first returning guest?
Yeah.
First returning guest.
guest.
Bro, that's an honor, man. I
Yeah.
High five don't get then.
Obviously, I've known Sahej and Thirbir for a minute now.
Oh, let's talk about the backstory. Yeah. So like, we all kind of grew up at the same Gurdwara. Me, not so much, but all of you guys.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we did,
But
yeah.
we're
But
all
we still-
totally different characters.
Yeah. We still have that connection though to go on server, right?
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
I
We used
got
to
a
do Gatka
separate-
together.
Oh, did we?
Wait.
Yeah, because like when you guys would have the Gurma Center
That's
thing
right.
every summer.
Shahidi
Yeah.
Small and those types
We
of-
would
Yeah.
come and then you guys would come.
Yeah.
So you go back far, you doing Gatka stuff.
No, I've known Ekdeep since Sunday Darbar days, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Actually,
yo.
Sunday Darbar days was that?
We'd like ditch Darbar to play Yu-Gi-Oh! In the stairwell. Right?
Really? How old are you?
We were like,
I was probably
young.
like grade 2-3, man.
Yeah, and I was what grade?
And yo, this guy was a menace. You know, this guy would teach us like how to make these like
What?
paper little soap bomb things.
What did you guys think of Ikti back in the day, yo? Did you guys think what was he like back in the day, yo? When you guys were growing up with Gurdwara?
Honestly, like Ekti was super nice. He was a nice kid, right?
Right?
He had a massive gutti, but he was a nice kid.
Massive goodie, right?
Huge, bro.
Dude,
okay,
I
yeah.
don't even like, bro. I
This
remember
guy
I
had
see
that
photos.
connection, like straight connection to Maharaj, bro. Like it was up there. You know?
Gutti was so big.
They do say that in Sikhi though, like, you know, you keep your hair, your juda and your case are like an antenna, right?
Yeah.
So
Dude, the
That's
thing
wild,
is,
because that's some dawar.
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
my
too much kirpa, bro.
yeah, dude, my case was so long, bro. But like, you know, honestly though, as I look back on it now, like I look at old photos of like just the gutti, I'm like, holy, yo, it's huge.
Oh,
How
it
I
was
used to
big.
do
It's
it.
big, yeah, because I would tie
Really
like,
aesthetic. It was legit games, bro. It was branding.
it's a
You
branding.
he could have gotten a sick like logo made for his YouTube channel when his gutti was this big. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh
It would have
my
been so
God. Have the
iconic.
name in the no, yo.
Nah, bro, I'm
bad.
glad you're wearing the star now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Look
appreciate
very
it.
good.
Yeah,
So-
You know, I
Level up.
see these like young guys, like you know, Gabru things, like they have
Gabru.
dadi coming in and stuff.
Yeah.
They're still wearing patke. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, come on, yo.
Not even, bro. I had a buddy, right, who back in the day we used to take Punjabi class together, and he wouldn't even rock a patka. He would just rock the white on his booty,
Oh,
right?
no.
And we were like 16, and the teacher used to yell at him every
Bro,
class,
if you're
bro.
wearing a doily and you have a dadi, bro,
He had a
something
dadi
wrong,
before
bro.
any of us.
That's no.
Yeah.
Dude, I still rock commando style like patke, like when I go to the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You rock
Commando style.
Yeah,
Bro, there's certain
Yeah.
situations for that, right?
Yeah.
If it's
So
like
bad
yo, mera
kaam
sar
karne
dukhda
hain.
or something,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
You're at
This
home.
guy's still
Yeah.
rocking it. I'm just fully the star now. Bro.
I say
yeah.
can it, yo.
Not in public
Yeah.
though, because I feel like there's like a certain image we should be portraying, right?
Yeah,
At 6,
yeah.
right?
This
The
guy
star
rocks
on
it
our
with the Tupac commando
I've seen that,
style.
though. He
He goes
you
to
do
the
that
gym and
all-
everything.
No,
the
not over the
KSI.
pug, not over the pug.
Okay.
No. I rock it like I rock like a almost like a ramal almost straight.
Yeah.
Like I tie my hair back, but like that's when I go to the gym.
That's like a
What I-
KSI bandana, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
That's
no,
what he does.
I rock it to the gym just because I feel like when I do chest and I'm doing bench press, like my pug's always just like touching the ground and sometimes it's undone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, like,
Oh, when you're
and
benching
instead of
so
doing biad of my pug and having it
Yeah,
touch
yeah.
the ground, I might as well just tie this. It stays on. I
Yeah.
go, and if I'm not going anywhere if I'm going out, like if I'm doing the pod, if I'm doing any type of like anything else, it's always a pug.
Oh, definitely. When I used to do track and field in grade 6, 7, 8, I'd be really competitive in that. I used to tie a patka every track and field.
So you're more
the
aerodynamic?
aerodynamics, bro.
Get out of here,
no,
bro.
I'm not even weight reduction,
Aerodynamics.
aerodynamics. Bro, I was
Yeah,
running
the stars
fast.
I don't think it's
down,
gonna make
yo.
a difference, bro.
Yeah,
Are you a
man,
car?
I
It's
swear
not
it
gonna
did,
make a
bro.
This
difference.
guy's like an airplane, yo. He's like a fighter jet. You gotta be
I
aerodynamic.
played ball in like middle school and stuff, and like I definitely wear parka because like you know you don't want your like the star fall. I had
So-
my star fall off in a game. I go to my
Oh,
mummy,
really?
bande pug.
Holy shit, bro. You know what I'll never forget? Like 5-6 years ago when I was a kid, we were at Gurma Center, right?
Yeah.
And it was right after one of the smogums.
Yeah, yeah,
and we were
yeah.
in the basement. My buddy RKO'd one of my other buddies and his bug came off and your dad saw, bro. We shot it, bro. We're like, yo, we're never gonna get invited back again.
That's good.
That's
Nah,
what
yo,
it is.
Goldman Sachs would come out like every Smaga. You guys serve pizza and all that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
One thing I remember is when we used to play ball at that undisclosed location, which we cannot mention on the podcast.
Why not, dog?
Because your dad's gonna fucking kill
Nah,
us.
later.
I'm good, man.
You don't watch this.
No, please don't watch this. But yeah, no, I remember when we used to play ball there. I remember. I would complete his name out. Someone was going up for a layup and someone closed like pug went like just like this and clean off, and I was like, I'm not wearing a pug when I play ball because it's just because of that one reason.
Yeah.
Yo,
Right?
we have
Can't
like,
do it.
yeah, you could have a whole one-up like bug came off segment, bro. You know what? I have the worst one, bro. When I went to Playland, I was so hyped that like we got there at 6:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like we took the bus too because we were like 14.
Yeah.
And we were like, yo, we're rowdy, right? So first thing we do, we go on the wooden roller coaster. I sit in the front. My whole pug flies off, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because my pug's always been loose. Like I tie with pyar, bro. I don't
Yeah.
cuss it or anything, right?
Yeah.
I tie with love. That's it, yo. Like 2 minutes, right?
Mhm.
And it flew off. And there was some white chick behind me, and she was like, "What the?"
On the ride, it flew off.
Yeah. And then I saw the photo. I'll show you. It was wild, man.
You're actually talking about basketball, bro. I miss those like
Yeah.
Saturdays, bro.
Yeah, dude, we need to run it again. But the
Bro,
thing
it
is
was
we
like
just-
10 to 20 of us.
Yeah.
And we
all the
rock
time.
like
And we'd have like
3-4
4
hours,
hours.
bro.
Yeah.
Then we'd
It
go to
was
like
competitive.
Cedar Park sometimes and start
Yeah.
munching out like
Yeah.
Delta Vegetarian Delight Bakery.
Yeah.
Oh, pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cedar Park
Dude, we
pizza.
would play ball for 4 hours, and it
Bro,
was
4
competitive.
hours
We had like the
straight.
shot clock and everything. We had a
Really?
whole like we had a
Oh,
whole,
who
someone
ran
was
it?
doing the timer.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like legit.
Like, it was
Even-
legit.
Even
we
how
did, then we
pulled
stopped
up.
because of COVID.
Yeah.
And then we ran it one more time after COVID and then
That was it.
nothing, right? I played ball for the first time like a week ago
How was
after my accident, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't run right now.
Yeah.
But like it was fun. It was some fun shooting and stuff. I can't jump either and stuff. But like
Yeah.
that's one thing I'm like it kind of sucked. I'm like, bro, like am I really gonna like not be able to play ball again and stuff like that? That's kinda
Yeah.
like, some of those things click in, right? And
Yeah.
it's like, yo, shit, like am I not gonna be able to do this or that or that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get into that, but yeah, I was in an accident like September 21st of 2020. So
21st.
like 4 days ago, it was like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Feels like yesterday, bro. So I was you want me? I'll tell the whole story.
Yeah,
So-
go for it.
Yeah,
we
so
wanted to get into this whole story. So I just about to get into the story about how he got in a motorcycle
I was in a
accident.
motorcycle accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just start from the very beginning. So great since like, bro, my cousin got a bike. I've always wanted to ride in India and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, bikes are lit, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm going for my license. And you can get your license before your bike license before you get your actual N.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo,
Really?
I'm gonna get my bike license. I can rip around by myself. I don't need a parent.
Can't
right?
drive in a car.
That's when I was going to school at Goben Server. So I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I'll get my license in grade, I think it was 9, and I'll just kick there like by myself,
You can
right?
get it in grade 9?
Yeah.
That early?
Yeah.
Really?
Wait, what year do you get your N?
Or grade
L,
10 or
L,
11
L.
or something.
When you're 15, you get your L, right? Or 16.
So
16. Grade
when
10
you
or
get
11.
your
10,
L,
yeah.
the year you get your L, you can also get your bike license and rip around by yourself.
Or you're properly, yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
That's the
You-
first-
like
that's the-
super young kids, bro. You have no road experience. You can get your L. I was like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, right?
Yeah.
Me and my dad both went to, I think we did in like Pit Meadows or something. We both got our bike licenses, right? We were pumped. My dad's like, yo, maybe bike chalana, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm down, right?
Family thing.
I tried getting this guy too. We booked his thing, but he didn't. He pussied out, right?
Why?
You don't gotta do a
We're chilling. Bro.
He was just, yo, he didn't have
I just
passion
like,
for that
yeah,
shit. He's
kinda.
like, yo, I'm not. I'm not
Yeah.
trying.
You're like my gamer kid, yeah?
No,
Like video game people are, right?
Personally, I'm more into like gaddiyan, right? Like car type of guy, right? So I wasn't really into the motorcycles and stuff. Dirt bikes, you know, cool
Yeah,
and
I've
stuff.
been
but-
wanting to get my license, right?
Yeah.
And so I got my license. We passed. Me and my dad both first try. I almost failed. I was like 2 questions off, whatever. We go to Whole Shot Motorsports. It's in Langley.
Yeah.
We're like, yo, I'll just bike Lena, right?
Ah, that's it, yeah.
We just got our licenses. We go, right?
Yeah.
We legit pick out 2 bikes. We're like, yo, it's kind of, first of all, it's kind of dumb to get bikes from dealership unless you have dumb money.
Yeah.
Because like, yo, you're spending like double the money on tax, PDI, freight, and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
You get like a brand new bike that's like listed MSRP for like the bike that I got, 8K, and at the end it will be like 11 grand, right? So
Yeah.
whatever. But we weren't thinking, right? We're like, yo, whatever.
It was
we're gonna get it,
hype.
right?
Yeah, you're
So
hype.
I picked out it was actually the bike that I got, but I didn't get it that time. So it was a Honda Rebel 500. It was a 500cc bike. My dad also picked up a CB. It was a CB 500F or something like that.
Yeah.
Same engines, whatever, Honda bikes, right? We pick them out.
Is 500cc a lot?
It's
Not
decent.
really.
It's
They're
decent.
starter bikes.
Actually,
They're
stronger
actually
than
not.
Mario Kart.
No, like it depends.
Figure
The
out.
cruisers, 500cc is nothing. It's
Oh.
honestly barely like they're highway rideable, but they're not that good.
Really? Okay.
For cruisers, you want like bro, you want at least like 900, like 1200cc
You
for a
guys started
cruiser.
off small.
But if you're going like sport bike, like a Gixxer 750 or like a Ninja 650,
Yeah.
they kick, right? You don't want to get like 650 for like a
light
sport
bike?
bike. They're fast.
Wild. Okay.
Like I have my buddy, shout out to my boy Jackson. He's my boy. We went riding a couple times in the summer. He has a Gixxer. It's a Suzuki Gixxer 750. Bro, I went 230 kilometers on that bike.
Last summer, right?
Holy shit, dude, that thing ripped.
Dude, I haven't even done that in a car.
Yeah.
Actually, I probably have.
I
have in
I'm
a
not
car,
gonna- I'm not
but
gonna
like
lie.
for like 10 seconds, and then you call it a day.
No,
Not
dude,
there.
that thing, it gets up there real quick. Whatever. So yeah, we go there. We call up my mom. My dad's like, yo, let's call your mom to make sure we're allowed buying the bikes, right? You always gotta go.
You
through
always
the
gotta
mom,
get
right?
a yeah.
My mom's like, leave it.
Yeah.
We left the dealership with no bikes.
Oh,
Okay,
We
okay.
go home. My parents are like, yo, just wait a year, get some road experience,
Yeah.
then get a bike. I was like, okay, whatever. Year goes by, no bike, whatever. This is the last year I went to school, private school, Gobind Server, and then I left Gobind Server, went to Abbey Senior.
Well, I went there too.
Yeah, so I went to Abbey Senior, grade 11. I started there. First semester goes by.
How was it?
Abbey Senior is a really good school, man. Like
Was it easy to get in and make
there's
friends?
a lot of like the LGBTQ stuff there.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
A lot.
It's implemented too much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
Cause yo, when you're a kid, sometimes your brain is developing. You're not ready for so many ideas. I feel you in that sense.
yeah, man. I'm all for acceptance, right? It's just too shoved down your throat.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after. Let's say
Talk about
okay.
this after,
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But yeah, Abbey Senior is a great school. There's a lot of good athletic stuff there, whatever. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm grading there this year. Hopefully I grad, right? I'm like super behind.
Don't worry, man. Pate, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I thought.
But yeah, so then I met a bunch of buddies in Abbey Senior. And I became like best friends with these four guys. G, Kunal, and Armand, right? It's four of us.
Yeah,
And Ajay, my boy Ajay. And one of my friends, G, he's like super into bikes too. So we both like, yo, should we just go for it? So I got my license, but I didn't go for my like motorcycle test in the parking lot. You know, after you do the parking lot test.
Yeah.
So I go, and then we're both like, yo, fuck it, let's just do it, right? And there's like a month before the summer. The season's already started for bikes, right? We're like, yo, we're last minute. So we're like, yo, whatever. We go, like, I spent like $1,000 on like the schooling for like, because my parents are like, yo, if you're gonna do a bike, do the course.
Yeah.
Because they're like, yo, we want to make sure you're safe and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I already know how to ride. It's fine. They're like, yo, we want to make. So I paid like $1,000 for that stupid
For the
course. right?
fancy
It didn't
course.
teach me shit. It just got me to do the test, right? Whatever. I do the test. I talked to my dad. I'm like, Dad, my bike. I'm gonna get a bike this summer. He's like, okay. And then my grandpa, my dad ripped down to Kelowna. So the bike that I got was a Honda Rebel 500. I got that bike for $6,000. That bike was brand new, 500 kilometers. That's nothing, right?
That's nuts. That's so cheap.
Yeah, it had 500 kilometers on it. That bike MSRP is $8,000. After tax PDI, probably at least $10,000.
That's crazy.
I got it for $6,000, right? Steal. Went to pick it up, Kelowna, rode it back. Not rode it back, but I just put it on my grandpa's truck, we brought it back, whatever. I rode it so I got it July 21st. I got my bike, so that's like already into summer, right? Got my bike late, actually.
Not a year ago. Not even a year ago.
Not even a year ago.
Yeah.
So I got it July 21st. Got my bike. I had the time of my life. All the riders out there, they'll know what I'm talking about. It's like therapeutic. I'm not even gonna lie.
How does it rip it
Riding.
around?
So the mistake that I made, well, you can do it, right? You can use your bike as a daily. I use it as a daily. I worked at Columbia Kitchen Cabinets, right?
Where in Surrey?
No, Otte.
Oh, okay.
Over there, industrial area where Reaper is and all that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Otte. And so I worked there for the summer. And every morning, my shift was a morning shift, 5 a.m. to 1. I loved it. I'm like a morning guy, so I'm like chilling, right?
Yo, I did that shift at Home Depot. It's canned, bro.
I love it, dude.
How you can go with your buddies Friday night, you gotta work at 5 a.m.
That's the thing, yo. I'd be like to my buddies at like 9, be like, yo, I got a kick.
Yeah, it's canned.
I'd go
bro.
home, be like, knocked
and then
out.
you end up costing the no sleep, bro, and you get cheated. Yeah.
So, dude, what I do, like, I'd wake up, chug a thing of chocolate milk, hop on my bike, Bro, it's cold as fuck.
What?
That was my
Wake
friend.
up, not even like go to the bathroom, just chug chocolate up on the bike going to work. Yeah,
That was my thing, bro.
Rowdy.
I'm showering after work. I'm not showering in the morning, right?
don't the peak set. No
I
coffee.
got up, tossed on my jacket,
Yeah,
got up probably 30 minutes before work.
yeah,
Grabbed like a thing of chocolate milk, this little brownie thing in the fridge, whatever, right?
yeah.
Ate that shit. Hopped on my bike, and my bike, I took the muffler off, right? So it's straight piped. I think the cat.
What are your neighbors? What's your neighbors like? What the
fuck
fuck?
my
This guy's
neighbors,
going.
right?
This
Yo,
guy's going to work at
There's
5
this
a.m.
one
straight
fucking
pipe.
neighbor, yo. I hope he watches this shit. Yo.
Yeah, what do you want to say to him?
Call him up. Yo,
Wait.
fuck this guy. Right?
You could beep his name if you want.
This guy, right?
Yeah.
So he lives a house down.
Want to get
He
more specific?
bitches at my boy a G all the time for his loud ass truck and shit.
Oh.
So we in the summer we also had these mini bikes. This was not this summer, but the summer before.
Yeah.
We had these mini bikes, right? And me and
Those
my
are
cousin
fun.
like built that shit, whatever. And all of us buddies got it. It's like these mini bikes. We look like freaking grown men on these mini bikes, right? We ripped around town in those, right? And so
Wait,
he-
what is it? Don't they pull you over in those?
Bro, we passed cops and shit. They didn't pull us over for shit.
Don't give a shit.
Dude, no helmets, nothing. They should have. They should have pulled us over.
Yeah, but they probably know they can never catch you.
Oh, no. The mini bikes, bro, they were going like maybe 60 kilometers an hour. They could catch us easy.
We guys could dip onto like the trail or
Bro,
something.
we'd go to like, you know where Molson is? Like Albert?
Yeah.
We'd kick there, whatever. And my shit, like my
You guys are
shit
nuts,
popped
man.
like, so it's like one of those Honda clone engines that are like on like pressure washers and shit. You toss that on one of these frames.
You got a pressure washer on a fucking bike.
It was no suspension on the bike. It was just a
suspension.
solid
So you know
frame.
those Honda
that's
clone
so
engines? You
dicey,
grab
bro.
them for like $200 from Princess Auto.
You made a bike out of a lawnmower, bro.
It came from China, by the way.
Yeah. So in the morning, it's cold as shit. I'd leave work 4:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
And on the bike, and it'd be cold as shit. I'm kicking it down the highway, right? Get
Yeah.
off Clearbrook exit, and I'm cold. I'm shivering, right? All the way there, whatever. So what my point was that I used it as a daily. It was my thing to get anywhere. I'm going to school. I'm going to anything. I'm going
Enjoy.
to chill with my buddies. I never hopped in a whip. I never drove a Goodie for like 2 months. The thing about my accident, I got my bike July 21st. I had my accident September 21st. Exactly 2 months after I got my bike, right?
Yeah, there's something meaning behind that.
Yeah.
I was
So I got, dude, so I put, you know how many kilometers I put on my bike? I
Something
put
21?
5,000 kilometers on my bike. In the 2 months,
That's
I put
Oh,
5K
shit.
on my bike. That's a lot, dog.
You like drove around Canada, bro.
The average for cars is like 10K a year is good. And he did 5K.
yeah, like
2 months
20K.
on
You
a
could have
bike.
like driven to Toronto with that much, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
5,000 kilometers. Because the thing is, bro, I really enjoyed riding.
Yeah.
My routine was go to work. After work, I'm in my like steel toes, right? And you could barely shift on your bike with the steel toes because
Yeah.
it's like. So
You're
I'm-
big, yeah.
after work, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go for a giddy, nice sunny day, right? I kick like random Sumas mountain shit.
That's fun.
Yeah, go whatever. So I really enjoyed it. All the bikers out
And
there.
the whole time you were in between grade 11 and grade 12, which is fucking wild.
Yeah, so it's grade
Bro,
grade
what
it
the
was
hell?
grade 11 summer. So right after grade
that's
11.
insane, man.
Yeah, so me and my buddy rode every day. I went to Cultus, I went to Harrison, I went to Chilliwack Lake, I went everywhere on my bike, right? And yeah, I really enjoyed it. All the bikers out there, they know the feeling.
Yeah.
And you know, like, I'm not against bikes after my accident, right? It's not the safest ride. It's not, right? Because you can't control other drivers out there, right?
Yeah, because like shit happens. Like I have so many friends that were just driving home from school and like some idiot was like eating a Big Mac or something, just
Yeah.
rear-ended them.
So,
But they were
yo.
chilling in a car.
Yo,
Yeah.
man, there's still a lot of racist fucks in Abbotsford, right? So I'm riding. I don't wear helmet, right?
Yeah.
This fucker would pull up next to me at a red light, pull his window down. He'd be like, yo, where the fuck's your helmet? I'm like, ask your mom.
Can't these dicks, bro.
And so
They can't handle it.
And so one time, I'm not even gonna.
Wait, so
lie.
what did they do after that?
Oh,
They just like they're like
so I'd be quiet until I'd be like, I'd see the yellow or the red on the other light, and then I'd say, then the green would
okay,
hit.
that's smart.
I'd kick and
You'd
take
be
the
like
left.
your mom, and then you fucking
Yo.
kick, right?
It was dangerous. And
Truck
BC
like you
made
do.
the law, like, yo, Sardars and like us Singhs are allowed to wear they don't have to wear helmets.
Yeah.
In BC, I think it's BC, Alberta. You have to wear a helmet. Quebec and shit. I think it's BC, Ontario, and one more province in Canada. You don't have to wear a helmet if you're a Sardar. America, all the other provinces, you have to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
So we're lucky in BC, right? Obviously, like, do you guys see the Harley Davidson endorsed a tough turban? Have you seen that? It's
Oh, like a that's it, like an armored turban.
it's like a double ply, and they got like some sort of tech in the stud that's for bikers.
That's
and Harley
crazy.
endorsed it for its things and stuff.
We gotta put them on. That's why.
Whatever. Getting back to
You could
it,
use that for like snowboarding and shit.
yeah.
You can use it
Like,
for
it's
any
like,
extreme
they
sport.
put this like foam sort of composite in the bug.
Yeah.
And it's still tieable and everything.
Oh, wow.
And it's Harley endorsed it.
That's a
I
pretty
don't know if they
crazy
actually,
business.
That came out with like started production, but it was like a whole thing. It was pretty dope.
Look it up.
Yeah, but my thing is, right, like I'm kind of a fraud in the sense that like I wouldn't wear gear at all when I rode. I was like a risky guy, right?
Yeah, you didn't even do a leather jacket or some shit. You said you were shivering to death by the time you could have worn a tati, bro, like a papa, man.
Yo, my accident, I was wearing a Kanye shirt and like goddamn random little joggers.
Like Walmart sweatpants. Just
Yo,
enjoying it.
they're like these thin ass like athletic rock sweats, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. And so I didn't wear any gear. I rode for 2 months. School starts. 2 weeks I rode to school every day, right? And then it was September 21st. I'll get to my accident now. September 21st, whatever, man. I'm like a lazy bum. School starts. I didn't go to school that day. Me and my buddy skipped, right? And I just quit my job at Columbia because it didn't line up with my school schedule.
Yeah, bro, you're like in grade 12. You don't gotta work at a cabinet factory.
I quit, and I'm like, yo, I need another part-time job, right? And so I applied at Cabela's. And that was the day of my interview, like my accident.
That's where you're going?
Yeah. So me and my buddy Armand, we went to Staples, printed out our like resumes and shit. Yo, bring your resumes. I'm like going now, right? Whatever. We go to Staples, print out our resumes.
Just trying to get some gas money and shit. Right? Cabela's.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I need a job, right? And bro, I go to half the time in the summer, I'm bored as fuck. Go to Cabela's, waste my money on like knives and BB guns and shit, right? I spent too much money on like.
Yeah, so Cabela's chills.
He has a good arsenal though, a good arsenal of different like knives.
So I'm on the way. We get our resumes. He's like, yo, I'm hungry. Should we go to Subway? I'm like, down. We're like, let's go do the interview first, right? I'm heading into my interview. So this is where my accident happens. I'm down. Whoever's in Abbey, they'll know where I'm talking about. I'm on McCullum, right by the medical tower. Do you know where the medical tower is?
I know the medical tower, yeah.
So I'm going toward Cabela's, toward the highway on McCullum. That's like, and it's 2:20. My accident happened at 2:23 p.m. right as school's ending, right? So it's like school traffic and all that, right? I wasn't going too fast. I'll actually show you the video of my accident. I have it.
Her dash cam or the helmet
So
cam?
no, it's like the video from the medical tower. It's pretty blurry and stuff. I don't know. You guys can toss it in the pot or whatever. I'll show you guys later.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't see me like get my leg clipped or whatever, but like you can see how it happened. So what happened was I'm going maybe like 60, right? Like that's like, honestly, that's kind of slow
Normal.
for a bike. I legit cruised at like 80 kilometers an hour through town and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. And so I'm going, my buddy's right behind me in his truck, his silver truck. And we're both going together. And he's right behind me. So we're going toward Cabela's. What happened was this SUV pulled in from the medical tower. And they're taking a left. So they're taking a left, right? And you'll see the video. You're like, yo, these fudus, like they pulled out right as like I was coming. So they pulled out, and right as they pulled out, I clipped their driver's side bumper. So their bumper came off. I clipped it. I fly, maybe like dog. I flew. So you'll see in the video, I flew from the medical tower all the way. Like so my house is right there, like right on that street. And so I flew, legit, dude. I was flying. I flew in the air.
You remember it vividly, right?
Oh, dog. So the thing about a lot of people lose consciousness in motorcycle, any sort of accident, any sort of trauma injury, you lose consciousness.
Yeah.
I didn't lose consciousness at all. So I remember every bit of my accident. I clipped the car, didn't realize my leg like
Yeah, because adrenaline.
So a lot of people don't know. They're like, yo, so like doctors had to cut off your leg. I'm like, no, they didn't amputate it. Right there. My leg was lying like 10 feet from me.
Oh,
so yeah, so I got clipped. I'm not sure how it like got cut off.
Yeah, because that's what I was wondering. I'm like, how did it get
a lot of people are like, yo, how'd your leg like get clipped? I was like, I'm not sure. Not sure if it got caught up in the chain. I'm not sure if it clipped onto the behind the bumper. There's like a metal whatever, and so I don't know if it got clipped onto there. Besides that, I get clipped, I get tossed, whatever. It's not just the legs. So I broke both my legs. Both femurs. Femurs are the biggest bone in your body, right?
Probably bled so freaking much.
Oh yeah. So listen, I broke both my femurs. And the scary, I don't know, a lot of the viewers can correct me. I'm not a doctor, right? Even though I'm going into Kines next year, I'm not really that sure of like whatever.
Right.
But my understanding is, you break the biggest bones in your body, you're highly likely to have a stroke or some sort of like big, like it's
Shock, like big
yeah,
shock factor.
a lot of trauma, because without your
wild.
femurs, it's crazy, right?
It's crazy.
So I broke both my femurs, and the thing about my left leg, bro, it was lying right beside my face. I broke it, whole thing came right beside my face.
Yeah.
I looked, I'm lying there, my hands, I think my hands are gone, right? Like they're broken and stuff. So, living on a farm, whatever, ripping on my mini bike, I'd fall half the time. And I'm like, yo, I'm just going to get up. That's how it felt to me. My initial reaction.
Because you get some adrenaline.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, get up. Kush nahi hunda.
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
Jate, huh?
Jate, right? Pura catch ke, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I look to my left, Lat is lying right beside me.
That's
I'm
actually
like,
so
You probably
fun.
freaked out.
I'm like, fuck. I'm in the middle of McCullum, bro. Everyone's surrounding me. I grab my lat right beside my face, my ankle, right? I'm like completely adrenaline shock, everything. I don't feel shit. I grab my lat, toss it. A lot becomes like sort of siddhi, right? Like it's like decently like straight. Next thing is, I'm like, I'll look to my right. Like then my buddy Armand, he's the one who's right behind me. So what he did, in a sense, I'd give this guy a lot of credit for helping me out. Even to the point where this guy almost like saved my life. He pulled in his truck, so I flew into oncoming traffic. So cars were coming, but I think there was a yellow light or a red light or something.
It was a pedestrian light.
Yeah, so they stopped. And so if I flew in, I would have got run over, right? So to prevent like cars from coming and running me over, he pulled in his truck like right around me.
Yeah, that's smart. That's
so
crazy.
he thought fast. And he's like, not gonna like, basically the guy too much, but he's a pretty like pola kid, right?
Yeah.
Soft guy, whatever, right? I fucking love this guy. And so he gets really emotional. So he couldn't handle it. I'm telling this guy, yo, go back, right? I'm fully conscious. I'm like, go back, right? He hasn't seen my leg yet. And Ray Farrington, he's the bus driver that came and helped me. He's a school bus driver. This guy could have lost his job for what he did for me. He takes like a lot of special needs kids on bus and he drives them, right? He pulled his bus. You'll see in the video. He pulled his bus aside, came and helped me put pressure on my leg.
Like a turning.
Right?
Yeah, he pushed pressure on my leg, called my dad, called the ambulance. My buddy called the ambulance. Ambulance came pretty quick.
That's good, man.
Yeah, they tossed me on a stretcher. At that point, when I was before the ambulance came, I knew I lost my leg. My leg was lying from me, and I asked Ray, right, because I didn't realize how bad it was. Ray's there. I'm grabbing his hand, right. It's probably like people won't understand what I went through. In the sense that out of my initial reaction, I haven't told many people this. I'll tell it on the pod. Where I grabbed his hand, right, and I put it to my face for some reason. That's just my initial reaction. I'm not sure where it came from. I just felt like he was Maharaj in a sense. So
like God sent
come
someone.
and help me, right?
So
I grabbed his hand. It's like right by my face, and I think I even kissed his hand for helping me, right? And people might be confused, but like that was just my initial reaction.
Well, that's true, bro.
Because I grabbed his hand, and I'm just like continuously Vaheguru, right? And that was just my initial reaction, bro. I'm not a massive religious person. I honestly don't know where that came from. I think that was just Maharaj in the.
Yeah, you remember in that moment, bro.
So so a lot of people won't realize the feeling of almost dying. It's a surreal feeling, right? So I'm lying there, and I'm honestly like, for real, I think I'm gonna die. I really believe in my heart, like, yo, I'm never gonna talk to Thirbir again. I'm never gonna talk to anyone again, right? I'm never gonna talk to any of my buddies. I'm gone. I'm fully waiting. I don't know why in my head. Probably because of movies and shit. You're like, yo, you're gonna see white when you're gonna die or whatever. That's what I was waiting for. I'm not even gonna count. I'm there and I'm like, yo, I'm gone. I'm gonna fully, like, I've accepted it, right? The ambulance come. First thing I ask, I'm like, yo, am I gonna die? These guys are like, no, you're good, right? I'm like, oh, chuck it, right?
That's solid.
That's like, yo, you take me to the hospital, right? I'm good, okay. But I was still in my head. I'm like, yo, these guys are probably telling me like you're good, but like I'm gonna like die in the ambulance or something, right?
But maybe that's why you survived, because you're like, yo, I'm good. So you don't freak out.
So these guys, the ambulance, right? I forgot Justin. If the ambulance guy sees this, Justin, love this guy. I asked this guy. He's the main guy coordinating, like, yo, you guys do this. Put a tourniquet on his leg.
I know what tourniquet is.
Tourniquet is basically a thing. It's like, I think it was a metal or plastic. I don't know what it is.
It's a kitchen, right?
My fucking God. It hurt so bad, dude. I thought they were going to cut off more of my leg. So it's like a thing to stop blood flow, right? So they ripped that thing on my leg, right? And totally like cut off circulation. Tossed me on a stretcher, tossed me in the ambulance. We kick. And they're dosing me up, bro. Like you guys think you guys are on like morphine and shit? Hell nah, bro. Morphine's for like dislocations and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, they tossed me on fentanyl.
Yeah,
I was on
that makes
fentanyl. I was dosed up, medical grade. Obviously, they're not giving me
No,
some
from
like
China.
street shit, right?
Yeah.
But they're like dosing me up on medical grade. They're like, yo, let us know when you need more. I'm like, they're like, yo, they don't, like, give me some more. And I'm there trying to. My mentality as just like I've always been like, yo, something bad happens. What's next? Like I'm like
Keep
not
it moving.
like I'm not like gonna bitch and like, yo,
You
like,
don't dwell on
like
shit.
fuck, dude, I lost my leg, or like I'm gonna die, whatever. Like move on, like try to help the situation.
Yeah.
So that was my main thing. So I was like, yo, do you guys need my address? Do you guys need my dad's number? Do you guys need this? And these guys like, yo, just shut the fuck up. I'm like, just like
Let
you're
us
like
help you,
bleeding
right?
out, bro. You just lost your leg. Just chill
Yeah,
out. Right?
just chill.
I'm like, okay, whatever. So one thing, when they took me in the ambulance, 10 minutes later, I'm asking the guy, I'm like, yo,
What?
like, bro, like, aren't we like at the
Where are we
hospital
going?
yet? Because like, hospital's right down Marshall. And
Yeah.
I'm like, right there. I'm like, yo, 10, 20, probably 15 minutes later. I'm like, yo, where the fuck are we going? He's like, oh, we're going to Royal Columbian. That's where all the trauma injuries happen. Get to the hospital. I have like quite a bit of stories of the hospital. I'll just tell you the main one right there.
Right.
Fuck this auntie that was at the hospital. This nurse, bro.
Actually, fuck this auntie, bro.
I'm telling
Fuck
you,
this
I'm
auntie, bro.
pissed, bro.
Yeah.
This auntie, brown auntie, whatever. I get in this is before my surgery.
Yeah.
So she grabs me, whatever. They put me on a stretcher, right? And they're doing CT scans. They're doing a bunch of scans and stuff. Because they still don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah, like
they
the
just see my
extent.
leg. So they take me in for a bunch of scans. This bitch, she goddamn. So I had a bunch of, when you fall, especially on road, you get road rash.
Yeah.
I have like scars and stuff, a bunch of road rash. And it burns like a bitch, right? So she's putting IVs. I had a fat IV in my neck. I had like 3 in my arm. I had too many IVs. She grabs my arm, she's slapping my road rash. I look at her, I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Like, you're like slapping my shit. And that pissed me off, right? You know what this bitch asked me, right? So I'm like, I break both my legs, right? And they know that, right? They're all mangled and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm going in for my scans. This bitch has the audacity to ask me, yo, can you move your legs? I'm like, yo, how am I supposed to move my fucking legs?
What
They're
the fuck?
broken, bro.
Yeah.
And so she just kind of shut the fuck up. And I look at this guy. I mean, he's a Sardar.
Yeah, he's a
Singha,
Sardar,
right?
yeah.
And he's a nurse as well.
Yeah.
He's like, I was like, bro, what the fuck did she just ask me, right?
Did you actually say that?
Huh?
You were like chapped in the moment?
I was choked. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, how am I supposed to move my legs? They're completely broken.
Yeah.
Whatever. They also put me on some meds that completely closed my breathing. I was like not breathing for a solid, to me it felt like 5 minutes, right? I probably would have died if it was 5 minutes, probably like 20, 30 seconds, but I couldn't breathe, whatever. So getting to my parents, my dad gets the call. And my dad's like super like, I was just at GCY, I was telling you right now.
Yeah, your dad's like such a chill, humble guy.
And he's like, accept God's will, Parna Charana and all that,
Yeah,
right?
hook him.
Yeah.
And so we just had the whole talk about Parna. That was a bit main. So they're basically, my dad's like super accepting. And my mom's like obviously her feeling it more, right? And these guys come to the hospital. They're like, yo, social worker's gonna come. My dad, they basically accepted like, yo, like our son is gone. Like he's gone fully. And they really thought I was dead. And then they
Yeah.
talked to the social worker. They're like, no, he's not dead. He's alive. But
Why is there a social worker?
that's the social worker usually tells, I think, traumatic
To the parents?
injuries, and like
Yeah.
if death occurs or like
They're
Yeah,
not
that's some
have to,
serious shit.
They know how to like
they're not
convey
gonna
it.
the doctor's not gonna come. I think it's just social workers are trained to do that.
Damn, imagine that job. That's fucking
So my
weird.
dad, you guys waited for like an hour or something.
Yeah, I can actually tell you a little something before we even left the house and we
Yeah.
initially found out about his accident. I was just laying on the couch, right, watching TV, unemployed, right. I was a
Typical.
lazy bum then.
What you still do now?
No, man,
Same
I'm
shit.
down now, bro.
No, I
I'll
don't
tell you
believe it
about
for
the
a
work that
second.
I do after.
Okay.
But yeah, so I was just laying on the sofa, and then my dad, I hear him running down the stairs. He's like, Thirbir, we gotta go. Sahej got into an accident. And I was like, it just felt so surreal. I was like, the heck? Because I had a conversation with him before he left to Cabela's, right? And the conversation was, because he doesn't wear a helmet when he rides, right?
Yeah.
Completely Maharaj di Kirpa that he had no traumatic head injuries,
So
right?
I didn't break an arm. I didn't break a finger. No upper body injuries.
Yeah.
Like
It
zero.
was just lower, right?
I just had road rash.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, bro, 90. I just think it's just Pishale Karam. Like I think
It always is, bro. I
right?
believe
And
all
so
that, 100%.
It's not. I got.
You don't really get lucky.
It's not lucky. I
There's
just
no
think-
such thing as lucky.
No, I think
Yeah.
that's just blessed in that sense, right?
Yeah.
Because I think 90 people wear helmets and they get into like motorcycle accidents and they're gone. They're brain injury.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing
Like
any
smaller
gear, nothing.
accidents.
I didn't have a scratch on my back, dog. Like, sure, you know, like to you guys, like, oh, broken legs, cut off leg, big, yeah. In the big sense, huge injury.
Yeah.
But like in my head, I'm like, yo, I'm here, right?
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm not lying
Your
in a
upper
bed.
body.
I'm not being tube fed, right? I'm like
Yeah,
here.
bro.
Yeah.
Holy.
It's been 6 months, bro. My recovery's been fast as shit.
Like you're still independent in the sense that you don't need a caretaker.
No,
Yeah.
dude.
A lot of people end up like paralyzed wheelchairs, right?
Yeah. So parents, right? They come to the hospital. I talked to Jogi Ali Babe in India.
Hmm.
Well, I didn't talk to them. They read parts to me while I was lying there in the ICU, intensive care unit.
Yeah.
And parents are there, cousins come, whatever, right? And so they told my parents before I went into surgery. I've had 3 surgeries now. One for the amputation, right, where they cleaned up the wound, whatever, stitched it up. One for both the femurs. That was the initial surgery. So that was the big surgery that happened that night of the accident. My accident, whatever, my surgery happened. It was supposed to be like a 2-hour surgery. It ended up being like 5-6 hours. What they did was, because I broke both my femurs, and they put, it's called an whatever. I'm gonna butcher it, but it's like a femur surgery where they take 2 rods. So right now I have 2 rods in my femurs, both femurs.
And each one.
Each one rod running. So the femur is like this, rod
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
through the middle, all the way from my hips to my knees. I have rods.
Oh, shit.
And then I have 2 nails on each, and I have a
Knee.
plate on the left side.
Yeah.
A plate on my above the knee a little bit, and then 2 nails going right into the knee. Third surgery happened. I got the right nails taken out because they were causing problems with the prosthetic. So I got those taken out. Whatever. Before they went into the big surgery, they told my dad, they're like, yo, he could have a stroke because something, I'm going to butcher this, and probably like some like nurse or something going to watch this and be like, this dumbass doesn't know what he's talking about. But something about when you break your bone that bad, something about bone marrow going to the head or something going to the brain
Some type of
causes
poison.
stroke.
Yeah.
Right? And so I could have had a stroke, and they didn't want me to have a stroke. You like, I'm going to die or something.
Yeah.
So they're like, many people don't know this. I was in the risk of losing both my legs, like completely. I could have been sitting in front of you guys, or I probably wouldn't even be in the studio, right? Sick studio. But like, I probably wouldn't even be here. Yeah. Anytime actually, if you came over, you guys came over, I might have been without both legs.
Up. Yeah.
I would have been waist up.
That's insane.
Yeah, so I was in the risk of losing both my legs.
Yeah.
And I was so thankful that, first of all, I didn't lose both my legs, but also I have my knee.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to amputations, having your knee is like pretty crucial. Yeah, there's upper knee amputees, but it's way harder for them to walk, run, anything.
Yeah.
I'm a below the knee amputee, so it makes it easier for me.
Way
I have
easier.
full motion, everything.
Yeah. Like
Knees
when
a
you wear
bit-
pants, you can't tell at all because you just walk normally.
No. Yeah,
Just chilling.
dude. The day of my accident, I think another 2
Oh,
motorcycle
shit.
guys came in that were in an accident as well.
That day.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of motorcycle accidents. It's honestly not, especially in Canada, bro. It's not safe.
Do you ever
People-
talk to other people that got in accidents?
Motorcycle accidents? No motorcycle. I've talked to a bunch of amputees. I was just at like this amputee sports day.
Yeah.
And
Oh no way, where?
what is it? Langley. I
Oh,
was at
bumping.
Tim Center there. I was playing wheelchair
Should
basketball.
have told me, bro. I would have pulled up.
Bro, it was sick. It was actually fun as
I
hell. My
wanted
dad
to go,
played-
but I had to work.
I
man.
played
I
like
was such a-
wheelchair
would've gone.
basketball. I
Yeah.
scored like the only points on my team because I played ball.
You rocked
I played wheelchair
Volleyball.
tennis. That
No.
was fun as hell. Yeah, there's a lot of shit for amputees, man. And
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You could go pro Olympics.
Wait,
I'm
so
talking
were the
about
other
it.
people young?
yo, put this on the pod. I'm gonna be in the Paralympics, bro. I'm gonna travel the world and shit. You watch
100%,
it.
God bless you.
First Sardar in the Paralympics, Team Canada, bro.
Ah.
Hopefully that happens.
It will,
Look
man.
how
You
good,
gotta
yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
The next Olympics, see you there and shit.
Oh, for sure. Hey,
Yeah.
I would be like wheelchair basketball.
We're gonna be in, like-
fun as hell, yo.
We're gonna be in like Beijing 2027 or some shit. We're rocking the ball, bro. We're gonna be the next Kobe, bro.
Yo, I'm actually so down. So
Yeah.
every Tuesdays, I'm starting to run wheelchair basketball with all these guys in Richmond Oval. I'm gonna start that probably next week or the week after that. right?
That's sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yo, ICBC took. Yo, you know what the funny thing is?
What?
They didn't take my bike license. You know, I
Yeah.
got into a bike a motorcycle accident. They took my like regular license.
Why?
Like yo, teri lat nahi hai, like you don't have a license anymore. So they like demoted me from an N to an L, not even a regular L. It's like an L with like restrictions to like disabled people. Like for people that like need like
You should have done that before you got your bike license, bro. When you were
Yeah.
a kid, man.
You
Not
rocked
now.
it, man.
So because of I didn't have a leg, they're like, yo, you need restrictions. So
Yeah.
I legally can't drive right now. I drive like, wait, now right, hold on up, but like, I
Hold
drive
on
all
up.
the time. Right?
Is it easy to drive?
So I can drive with both. I'm like natural with both legs now. Because before I got my prosthetic, I drive with the left leg.
Yeah.
Now that I have my prosthetic, I'm whipping around with my right leg. It's
It's
weird
chilling.
because you have no ankle movement. I have no ankle movement.
Bro,
right?
some people drive cars without the pedals. Like they have people that actually don't have legs.
They have hand
That's how some
controls.
type of
They have
hand controls for
so
those
the
guys.
ICBC was telling me, they're like, yo, do you want hand control? I'm like, yo, fuck that. I can drive, right? Whatever.
Yeah,
right?
how you can drive Ferrari with hand controls? Right? Can't
I was
that?
like, yo, I'm gonna get used to that shit. I was like, bro, I want to drive this guy's car right here.
Yeah.
Manual.
1999
car.
NB, I don't know. Miata,
Yeah,
right?
that's the
Whatever.
sound. Say
What car
it.
you drive?
What car you drive?
It's a 99 Miata. It's a NB. It doesn't have the famous, flippy headlights that everyone's like, oh, Miata.
Oh, the
and stuff.
hello ones.
Yeah.
Why don't you just mod them in there, bro?
I can't. No,
Throw
not with
that
the
shit.
NB. Might as well just get
Put a
the
bra-
NA, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Those
NB
are cute.
Miata. You can go follow the account. It's called Small Car 99.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo,
Small
I'm gonna
car.
rip around.
Yeah.
Yo, ICBC told me legally I'm never gonna be able to drive a manual car.
Be like, I'm gonna move to Alberta, bro. Fuck you.
So I'm like, yo, I want to rip around this guy's car.
Yeah.
I also met this amputee pilot. He's a pilot. He's been an amputee since he was 20 something. He's like 60.
From the
something.
army? Like he got in a... How,
No,
what-
so he got his leg chopped off. Same thing, below the knee, right amputee.
Yeah.
He got his leg cut off in a plane propeller.
Oh,
and,
shit.
And it was winter time. This guy's like by himself. He tied his own tourniquet and everything. This guy's wild.
Yeah, because nobody would see him like that.
I talked to him. I'm like, yo, ICBC's like putting so many restrictions on me and blah blah blah. He's like, yo, fuck ICBC. He's like, yo,
Yeah.
he's like, all I've been driving my whole life is manual. He's like, that's all I drive, right? Standard.
Probably like, yo, I fly fucking planes without a leg.
So the doctors told him, yo, you're never gonna be a pilot again. You're never gonna do this. Bro, 6 months later, I don't know, a year later, this guy was like full airline pilot working for like, I don't know, whatever, right?
Big airline?
Yeah.
You don't have pedals in a plane. It's a yoke. And
There's
it's a
a
thing.
There's a double amputee I've heard of. He's a double below the knee amputee, so he has both legs cut
Yeah.
off. This guy's driving like semis and shit, man. So
You
a
can
lot
do
of people
everything,
think
man.
in their
Yeah.
heads like, yo, amputees, they have a lot of restrictions.
They get that negative energy.
Bro, you can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you can
Honestly,
do it.
I'm living my best life right now, bro.
You can do everything.
I'm not even gonna lie. It
Huh.
does suck, right? It does suck.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Going on, right? But it's my
Why
life
not?
now, and so I'm gonna live the best of it, right? And I wake
Yeah.
up every morning.
Thankful, right?
The hardest thing is putting on my leg every morning.
Yeah.
First of all, physical pain, right? Physical pain,
Because you get scarring and shit?
scarring, but also every morning my leg kind of expands
Swell-
a little
oh,
bit.
yeah.
Swells up. I put it back in the leg. It kind of shrinks. Right now, I'm super comfortable, but every morning it's hard.
Yeah,
Not
I
even
know what you
physically,
mean.
but mentally, just
Yeah,
knowing
yeah.
yo, I'm gonna every morning, bro. There's been days where like school has been on, and I'm like, yo, fuck it, I don't want to go to school today because I don't want to put on my leg.
Because it hurts, right?
It hurts physically, but also just a mental thing. I don't want to go
Yeah.
to school with my leg. But a lot of people wouldn't be able to deal with the shit that, bro. I went through hell in the hospital, man. Holy shit.
The therapy afterwards? you mean?
Therapy afterwards been pretty good.
Huh.
So Royal Columbian, amazing hospital in the sense that they did my surgery great.
Yeah.
I was there for 2 weeks.
Did you ever meet your surgeon?
I did.
The guy who did the big
Yeah, yeah,
surgery?
yeah.
What was he like? Was it she?
Such a nice guy,
Was
bro.
he?
He did 2 out of 3 of my surgeries.
Huh.
The leg one as well. So I went to and visited him and like
You ask him, you're like, go to job, kita, saw ya.
yeah, he did an amazing job, bro. Like, I have rods in my legs and I can't even know. I don't even know.
Yeah,
that. So I stayed there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks felt like goddamn forever. I was in a room for 4.
We're eating like Jello and shit, like old people. Fucking
Bro,
hospital food.
Let
I
me
ate
tell
good,
you.
yo. I ate good.
He
I'm
ate
not even
good.
gonna
You got
lie.
parathe
Yeah.
in the hospital?
Bronte, I got browns. I got like Olive Garden sometimes and shit.
I'll tell you
there
the
you
I'll tell you
go.
the system real quick.
There you go,
Basically,
there you go.
we're a big family, right? So
Yeah.
it's me, my brother, and then my 2 other sisters, right? So there's 4 siblings,
Yeah.
2 dogs, and then mom and dad, right? So it's a big
That's
family.
actually sick.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was at home for those 2
That's
months.
like
while he was
Ronic,
in the
right?
hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Probably was like Ronic at your house.
Bro,
Yeah.
we had
It's
like
like lit.
grandparents living with
Yeah.
us.
Always some
sometimes
shit
and
going
stuff.
down, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
We had a good system for him at the hospital. Mom would always be going back and forth from Abbotsford to the hospital, sleep in the hospital with him, bring him roti, right? If parents need anything, we would go out.
Yeah.
But I was mostly at home taking care of the dogs, but I still come out to visit him. Sisters were always going back and forth, right? So we had a good system, and he was really well supported.
Yeah.
For those
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
like-
David, I wanted to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding Sahej's accident, did you ever feel like at one point that you were never going to see Sahej again?
Oh, definitely. That was actually my initial reaction. I'll tell you that real quick. So when my dad came running down the stairs and he told me, he was like, hey, Sahej got into an accident. He was very calm about it too. Like you guys said, he's a calm guy. I was surprised because my heart started beating instantly. He was like, Sahej got into an accident. We got to go, right? Grab whatever you need to grab. And he's at Royal Columbia, so we got to go.
Yeah.
And initial reaction, I called JP up, right?
Mm.
Because I didn't know what to do. I was like, I didn't know if it was real. I was like kind of in shock still, right? I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it, because the conversation that I had with him before he left to Cabela's was, the last thing I said to him was drive safe. Usually I don't say drive safe to him. I don't know if you remember that. He was in the driveway with his friend.
There's always signs like that. It's
Yeah,
fucked, man.
literally.
It's so
And I said
fucked.
to him, I was like, yo, drive safe, right?
Yeah.
I went back inside, didn't think twice, right? And then after my dad came down, rushed over to the hospital, but I also called JP, right? Because I was like, yo, this is what happened. Like, you know, I don't know what to do. What should I do, right? Like, I don't know if I should stay home, stay with the dogs. I don't know if I should go to the hospital, if this could be the last time that I ever see Sahej, right? He was like, definitely go, right? Because if it's the last time you're going to see Sahej, right? Maybe you'll get there before he passes and you can say what you need to say to him, right? So, yeah, like all these people that say they're not scared of death, I said that at one point too, but you're not really scared until you're confronted with it, right?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Because when you're in that moment, bro, you think of like all that shit where you were like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that,
Yeah.
and there was none of that shit matters.
Yeah.
And if anything, it's like you should have just enjoyed like having roti with your parents more,
Exactly.
which you
Yeah.
always were like
Oh, yeah.
avoiding.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
shit like that.
The one thing through my accident, like, you know, parents always say, like, yo, don't do this, don't do that. Like, health is wealth, right?
Yeah.
You don't realize that until you're in a position where you're like, fuck, I would pay anything to be be healthy right now.
Yeah,
You're
100%.
sick. Even when you get the flu, you're like, fuck, dude, I wish I was good now.
I wish I
right?
could breathe.
Yeah.
But when you're laying in
Yeah.
the hospital, right, and so the worst pain I've ever felt, you know, you get like, let's say you get really sick, you're in pain, your body aches and stuff, or let's say you just hurt, like even if you break your arm, it's pretty bad pain. But the worst pain I've ever felt in my life is through the amputation, not being the initial cut, but being the nerve pain after. The nerve pain is
Oh, ghost pain?
so there's some. Do you know what phantom pain is?
Yeah, that's what I
So
meant.
phantom pain, like even right now, I can feel my bed. Like I
Yeah,
can feel
yeah,
my
yeah,
toes.
yeah.
I can feel like I'm moving them around, but like you're not moving shit, right?
Because you had him for 20 years, right?
Yeah. So like phantom pain was a big thing. I'd have like, my mom saw me, like she'd be like crying the whole, not in front of me, but later on. But
Yeah.
she saw me in so much pain, right? And moms
Yeah.
feel everything. And my mom, bro, I would probably have like died if it wasn't for her. She did so much for me. My mom, she's such the most hardest worker, the toughest woman I know in my life.
Hmm.
And she stayed with me. She took off work. She stayed with me in the hospital for every night. She slept there. Slept on the shittiest stuff. Slept on a chair like this, bro.
On a
Like
chair?
this?
They didn't have a
Yeah. They
Bro,
didn't have
in
proper
Royal Columbian, they
chairs.
didn't give her shit.
Yeah.
She slept on a chair, put another chair in front of her, put her legs up, and slept like that every night. Whenever I needed something, she'd wake up and do anything for me, right? My mom's amazing. Also, I want to thank like my whole family, friends, bro. I had so much support. Sometimes people, like the 4 other people in my room, there's 4 people in my room.
Yeah.
It's like elderly.
In your
right?
hospital room?
Hospital room, there's
Oh,
4 people
You
in
see
there,
them like
man.
changing their kache and
Oh
shit.
my god, dude.
Changing the
Like,
day.
No, there were
it was-
curtains.
It was so annoying. All the
Roti.
bibi beside me, right, bro? She's like always shitting her pants.
What company on DC, yo, man? She just kept talking
She
about
has
some
like
random
dementia,
shit.
right? She has like full on dementia. It's like fucking 2 a.m. 2 a.m. and this
She's
bitch
like
is
talking to her kids or
she's
something.
like, she's like, yo, where's dinner and shit?
She's like, "Meri goliyan kitte hain," and stuff like
She's like,
that.
yeah, go on, man.
So that was honestly annoying as hell, right? But like
Yeah.
obviously, like she's probably like elderly, right?
Going
There's
down.
always just like another like baby in like the corner that wouldn't shut the fuck up, right? Like she's so loud, right? On
Like,
the phone all
what?
the time.
Oh, shit.
There's this other bitch in front of me that would like complain because she wouldn't get her surgery. Bro, she broke her lut, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like,
At least you have-
Janani, I broke both my legs. I'm supposed to have my surgery first. She's complaining like she broke like her ankle or something. Like, oh, I need my surgery ASAP. She's like, yo, my daughter's in Congress or something. I'm getting the
Yeah.
media on you guys and shit. She bullshits
Oh,
so
shit,
much
so
stuff to the
hard.
nurses.
Yeah.
Yo, one thing I learned through like and felt so much respect for is nurses, bro.
Yeah.
Nurses. Well, you know, sometimes we're like, yo, nurse, and all the nurses out there, their job is honestly hell.
Hmm.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
They genuinely, a lot of them enjoy it because they love helping people.
Hmm.
But dude, it's a tough
You get just treated by
job.
people, right?
It's so tough,
Like
bro.
all the Karens and shit.
I tried to be so nice to the nurses, right? I didn't want to call them back.
When he was in the hospital, my dad got the TV set up for him. We
Bro,
got
we
the
had a
TV
whole
hospital.
UFC
We had a
party in my
UFC viewing party in the
hospital
room.
hospital.
Oh,
with
that's
them.
sweet.
So my
Yeah.
mom worked on, my mom.
Didn't your roommates be like Sayo? Because party
Taya came, all my cousins, my Taya would come like every morning to come visit me, right? But I had a lot of visitors, I had a lot of support, right?
Same groove in your taya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sing
Oh, did we
Grooven.
just expose it?
Shout out to Sing
yeah.
Grooven, bro. You guys need to
Yeah,
get him on the
he's
pod for
definitely.
sure.
Yeah, Sing
Yeah.
Grooven coming soon.
Yeah, bro, that guy. So the funny story about Sing Grooven is he wasn't Sing Grooven when I got into my
Yeah,
accident.
he was just saying.
he was
Yeah.
just
He's just grooving.
just regular. Yeah, he was
He's
just
just
grooving.
uncle. His tired.
So he was like, "Yo, I have an idea, Sahej. I was in the hospital. Yo, I want to make like an Instagram." He was like pumping shit to me. He's like, "Yo," he's like,
He's like, "I'll be like Drake."
He's like, "Imagine, yo, I get big, I start getting monetized and stuff, start making this my full time
game
thing,
over,
right?"
right? Ferrari.
I'm like, "Yo, Taya, like you know, it's not gonna work out, but chak there,
You're like,
do it."
Taya, too cool.
Instagram to learn on
No, if it was anyone to do that, bro, it'd be my Taya, bro.
Yeah.
My Taya is born here. He's an uncle, but bro, that guy's like
Nah, now he's got
like
clout.
rocking cowboy boots and shit, right? Like he's like
Yeah.
one of that, right?
Now he's got clout, yo.
So
Yeah.
so one thing is like I had so much support. Gurma Center Sangha that it bought for me like all the time, right? Support by my friends. My friends came like every night.
Yeah.
They came
That's
every
solid.
night. They came mornings, night, whatever. After school, they just pull up, right? My friends are amazing, honestly, in that sense. So many people from school came. That was the one thing I really was grateful for, is the support I got.
Yeah.
Because without the support, I wouldn't have the positive mindset that I did, right?
Bro,
And
100%.
a lot of people go through a big traumatic injury or a situation, right? And they go down, right? Their mental health goes down, and they kind of
Especially when you're sitting there all day, because for example, in your hospital,
yeah.
you could have had like all day to just be negative and
I
shit.
know.
It's not like you could keep yourself busy with something.
So I'm not gonna give myself like, yo, I'm this guy that's like super.
Bro, you just say it,
positive
man.
and blah blah
Fuck it.
blah, and I'm like the one, and you know whatever. I
Thirbir
think-
has to say it. He has to be
No,
like,
no,
my
no,
brother's
no,
the
no.
guy and
I
shit.
think I was just
the
blessed
man.
with that positive mindset,
Yeah.
and so I'm really good at accepting.
I think that comes
And-
from praying,
and-
bro.
Huh?
I think that comes from praying and
Yeah.
connecting
So
with.
I think I was just, yo, I'm not even gonna be a cap like, yo, I'm this Gyanitani, like super like religious guy. I'm not religious that much, right? You know, do my basic believe in God and all that, right? But that was a one moment. I was kind of getting super like apart from God.
Oh fuck.
I was like kind of like drifting off.
Yeah.
And when this accident happened, it kind of brought me back a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a wake up call.
Wake up.
No, yo, shit like that happens, bro. There's
So
a
I was drifting off a lot, like going into like, not like terrible things, but just like my past on Sikhi, or even just like
You're just getting absorbed by culture, man.
Yeah.
That's what it was, yeah.
That's where like God steps in, makes something happen.
and
Yeah.
I really felt that they like Ray there was Mara. It was God.
Yeah.
Right there in front
Shout
of
out
me.
Ray, man. I saw
Came
the
down on one knee and helped me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's crazy.
You want to know
So-
something crazy?
I saw the video of Ray.
I was talking
Yeah.
to JP about Ray. Ray was JP's bus driver too.
Yeah.
It's like all these connections, right? Ray's
Yeah.
such a wholesome person.
such
Yeah,
a
he's
so many
guy.
connections.
super nice.
I saw him come over visit you, and he's just
Oh.
crying, bro.
He
And
was
I, like,
crying.
bro, low key
He's
made
the
me tear
most-
up a little bit.
He's the
Yeah.
most amazing guy.
He
ever.
always pulls up by the house once in a
Yeah.
while. I remember one time I was in the garage working on my car, and he was like, "Brar." I was like, "Yo, who is that?" I get out under my car, and it's Ray. I'm like, "Oh, Ray, what's up, man?"
Really?
Really nice guy.
That's really nice, yeah.
Sick.
If
man.
you, while I was lying there in my accident, he was the only, well, aside from my friend Armand, he was the only one that came and actually helped me. Everyone else, there's a guy in a black shirt, everyone else was surrounding with their cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
was on-
people are so fucked,
Dude,
man.
people are fucked. I was on, do you know what WTF Abbotsford is on the Facebook page?
Yeah.
WTF Abbotsford was like one of the biggest pages, right? People are like fuddus
know
on there, like calling, like
Fuck those
saying-
guys.
You know what they're saying? They posted a picture of my leg. There's like a picture of my leg, like detached, like on the road, right?
That's crazy. how you
They're
can
like,
do
yo,
that.
is that a fucking leg? And people are like, yeah. They're like making shit up, like, yo, this guy died. They took him on a like under a white sheet and stuff. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm
Dude, Facebook's some backwards ass shit, bro.
It
It, has
is.
no place
Fuck
in
WTF
2022.
Abbotsford, bro.
Fuck WTF Abbotsford. Pull out, bro.
Boycott that shit.
Yeah,
Boycott
boycott
that
that
shit,
shit.
yeah.
Bro, they're probably the same ones that were like talking about your bike and you're like your mom.
I remember.
They're the same fucking
It's all
people.
those good, it's all those hicks, man. Like,
Obviously,
Yeah.
there's a lot of that, bro.
Yeah.
But like I said, you got to be bigger than the negativity. You can't give a
Exactly.
shit, bro.
yeah.
Fuck those guys.
So I was coming back, like I was really good to stay in Hokam, stay in Pana, like just be like, yo, this, because my friend, right, he always talks to me, he's like, yo, what if we went to Subway first? You wouldn't have lost your leg. And I'm like, yo, you can't think like that.
You can't run from God. No,
No,
sorry, not
dude.
God, but you can't run from crazy shit like that.
No.
You can't
So
get stuck in that.
You can't dwell on things like, yo, what ifs.
Yeah.
Right? What ifs will fuck up your mental. right? Because if you're like, yo, what if you'll get caught up in that?
You
like,
can't, yo.
yo, man, like I wish I didn't ride that day, or I wish I didn't, blah blah blah. I wish I didn't. I wish I went to Subway first because we were gonna go to Subway to eat something. We're like, yo, fuck it, let's go to the interview first.
Yeah.
But you can't live in those what ifs.
Because it never ends. You could
And
be
so-
like, oh, yeah.
So
You can go down a rabbit hole.
I've learned not to dwell on things, right? And dwell on be like, yo, I don't have a lot, man. I don't have a leg, and what's my life gonna be? I'm limited to this. I'm limited to that.
I can't.
I can't put limitations on myself.
You gotta break that shit for other amputees to go through.
Exactly.
Right?
Everyone was surprised. Be like, yo, everyone that came to visit me, all my chachetai, like all the relatives, all the family, friends, everyone, they come in expecting me to lie there like I don't know, like a vegetable. They're like, yo, like what's up, right?
Yeah.
And they came in, they're like, yo, we're surprised. This guy's so up and like happy, up and going. Like this guy's not dwelling on his leg. This guy's like, he's like a normal guy, right? Probably you know nothing about prosthetics because like you.
I watch Grey's Anatomy.
You watch Grey's?
Yeah, but obviously not realistic. Right?
This guy.
But I know everything about Grey's
You watch
Anatomy.
Grey's?
Yeah, I talked it, bro.
Oh shit, you're one of those guys,
It's
eh?
like, no, I watched it in like grade
You're
7.
one of those.
I watched it from grade 7.
I don't know. I
to
just
grade
think
12.
Grey's is
Grade 7
okay.
to
Look, man, I watched
Grade 7, grade 12, eat roti after school, watch Grey's every day, bro. No cap.
Shit, okay.
Did you
Every
learn
day.
anything decent from the show? You learned decent.
I learned a pyar diyan gallan.
I
Romance
don't know. I just thought Grey's
romance.
was like a bitches show. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I was kind of like that. I was
Like
like,
chicks
okay.
watch that shit, no?
Yeah,
My
but
sister binged that shit.
that show is like a good
Well, my
escapist
sister
show.
watched the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
I think it's like 20 seasons or
Yeah,
something.
kind of, bro.
No, it's like an
Ladies and gentlemen.
it's like an escape
Can't
show.
do it.
It's like if you're just trying to like get so deep into a story, you forget about your problems.
Yeah.
It's like that. I don't do that shit anymore, but some people are really into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the hospital, bro, I honestly didn't watch much TV.
You know what we did watch when we had that TV?
What?
Me, my dad, and Sahej. I
Kabaddi?
remember after, no, not kabaddi, bro. Shout out Sangtar, man. We watched his videos.
We watched that.
They were so
Bro,
funny, man.
bro, even the most gandiya video where seeing my dad sitting there. Right?
That's so can.
My dad,
No,
sitting-
those jokes,
yo, my
yo.
dad's laughing, bro. He's laughing
Yeah,
his ass
yeah,
off. The most like gandiya video. This guy's
Sangtar?
super, yo,
Yeah.
Sangtar has no filter, right? This
Yeah,
guy's
yeah, yeah.
he has no charm
Oh,
too. Like what
he
does
has
his
none,
parents
no,
think,
none.
right?
Mm.
Yeah, we're like watching Sangtar and all his videos and stuff. And yeah, we had a good time in the hospital, honestly. Like, it was good.
I wasn't expecting that.
I had a
answer.
really good recovery. I couldn't ask for a better recovery. Maharaj blessed me with 0 complications.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Right?
nuts.
0 complications. Got my prosthetic. Was on like these like forearm crutches for a while and shit, right? Then I was on this one crutch, looking like a straight senior around town and shit.
Why?
I was looking, I had like it's like a
This
cane.
one?
Because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way
Like a
that,
cane, right?
like after he lost his leg, all his, when he was on his crutches, his weight and the way he
Yeah.
walked and stood shifted to one leg.
You gotta get
So
jacked,
he had to
right?
get,
Yo.
he had to get used to kind of like evening out his body and standing properly.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
using his
Yeah,
prosthetic.
get
I got
jacked
the
again.
like I'm looking like a senior in town. I got the whole senior set up in my bathroom with all the handlebars and
Oh,
like
shit.
the,
You got like a rod in your shower, so
I
you
got
don't
all
fall
the
over.
rods, bro. I got the chair in the shower after sailing.
Hey, that's it. That's swag.
Bro,
Eh?
I vibe out in there. Not gonna lie. Like,
Wonder-
Guys got a speaker in there.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're
Party.
straight. So because I even now that I have my prosthetic, I still have a walker that I
Yeah.
use. I'll get up in the morning, walk, like use the walker, like I hop on one leg,
Yeah,
use
yeah,
the
yeah.
walker,
Just
hop
chills.
in the shower, then I come out, put the like it's like a liner that goes on.
Hmm.
Prosthetic goes on, takes a little bit for the
The
prosthetic.
liner's disposable?
No.
Or you
So
use
it's like
pucka?
a silicone liner.
Oh,
Outside is a kapda, but like inside is silicone,
yeah.
and that goes on, and then your prosthetic goes on.
Yeah.
And then there's this another silicone sort of sleeve that goes all the way up to my upper thigh.
makes
And that's
sense.
like the suspension. They call it a suspension system. You can legit try to rip my leg off. And
Yeah.
it won't come off.
Because it's
Because there's a one-way valve at the bottom of the prosthetic, which lets air out but not in. And so,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you can legit hang me off the roof with my leg and I won't, like the leg won't come off.
that's
Oh,
cool.
what the
Yeah.
hell?
Oh,
Some
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
engineering.
Bro,
right?
with prosthetics nowadays, it's crazy how far they've advanced.
Like, dude, I walk, like, I don't know if you guys, like, do I walk different? Like, I
You're
walk
normal,
pretty good,
bro.
right?
When I saw you,
I just got off the crutch maybe like 2 weeks ago.
I give you another 6 months, bro. You're not. I'm not even.
It was in
gonna-
Calgary, yo. I
Yeah.
went with my boy Armand, the guy that helped me through my accident.
Yeah.
Both of us went to Calgary. We're like going to a club. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to look like a senior and shit. So
Yeah,
I toss
yeah.
my crutch into the car. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like gonna hop on the leg. I walked. I'm like, yo, I'm can't without my leg or without the crutch, right? So
Yeah.
I've been rocking it without the crutch since.
Wait, what were you supposed to do? Like, what was your doctor's plan? Like, just
Yo,
rock the
stay
crutch?
on the crutch. Yeah.
Can
Forever?
that?
Not forever.
Oh.
Okay.
Not forever.
Till
For
you're
like-
They were
done.
even impressed with his recovery
Mm.
because, like, even me.
Because the
I
guy
was
has good
impressed.
spirit, yo.
Yeah.
It's actually true that people that are like really sick.
Yo, if I was down, my
Yeah.
recovery would have took double the time.
That's what I was
bro.
gonna say. It's actually
If
true.
I was in the right headspace, like the last couple things, I love riding, right? And I was legit like, bro,
I swear to God, Sahej. I swear to God, if you say you're gonna ride a motorcycle,
Yeah.
I
Hold on.
swear to God.
last week, the week before,
You rocked it.
I went to Whole Shot Motorsports again.
Did
Hopped on a
Like, still
hopped on a
around,
Harley
bitches.
Davidson Sportster S. Search that bike up. Beautiful bike. 20 grand. Don't have the flow for that, but like, yo, it's super nice, right?
Yeah.
I hop on it
Huh.
and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get it.
This fucking kid, man.
I'm like, yo,
Bro,
my
come on,
Lana, bro, my Lana, right?
Your
Like,
mom probably hates you, yo.
so,
Right now.
yo,
Not
it's
gonna lie.
surprisingly. my
I
dad's
say like if
I would
you
hate you
if you
too.
got it right, what I would say to you is just drive in the middle of nowhere where
So-
there's no people doing
so
shitty left turns.
Listen,
Exactly.
listen. I'll quickly talk about ICBC just a little bit more.
Huh.
I got, it's open information that I don't really care. I got $55,000 from them,
Yeah.
from ICBC.
That's
Which
it?
is
Exactly,
fucking
that's mine.
peanuts.
Wait,
It's
wait,
nothing.
That's literally nothing.
They didn't give me
Losing a leg,
jack.
what the hell?
Yeah, they didn't give me jack shit. So what happened was in 2021, I think it was May of 2021, they changed the rules of ICBC. You can't get lawyers with you anymore unless it's a crime. So you can't take ICBC to court. Before, bro, you get into an accident and take ICBC to court, get like a fat check, right? Bro, if I took if it was a bad,
How can you stop someone from suing someone though?
You can't.
That's so weird. You can just sue him
Yo,
anyway.
goddamn Jagmeet, bro, I'm coming after you. It's the NDP party.
Bro, for
You can
example,
just sue him anyway.
yeah, literally, my
You
mom.
could be like, yo, it's extenuating circumstance.
Exactly. My mom,
Yes.
she got.
But it'd probably be so expensive.
I was at school one day. I went to school for the first like 2 blocks. I called up lawyers for so long. I'm like having meetings with lawyers. They're like, yo, you can't do anything. You can't. And so
Bro, 55 grand is a slap in the face.
Bro,
Like, that's actually a slap
I
to the face.
can't even buy like a decent truck. I'm a truck guy, right? I'm trying
Yeah.
to buy a truck. Can't even buy like a solid, like, yeah, you can buy like a 4th gen
Nah,
Cummins.
bro,
I'm
the
trying to
thing
buy
is-
Cummins, but like,
You
I'm
need
gonna
a
give you
lawyer
another-
who's like, yo, you can, who just raises a fuss or
no,
something.
yeah, that's the
Because
thing.
like the government can't just be communist and be like, we can do whatever you want. You guys can't do shit.
Yeah.
But
That's like some,
what
like, different
that's
shit.
exactly what they did. So hopefully, when NDP comes, this is a provincial thing. It's because ICBC is provincial. Hopefully, if NDP or lawyers are actually, because all the ICBC lawyers, they turned into mortgage or immigration lawyers.
Yeah, what's going wrong?
Because they're like, yo, we have no job anymore. We can't take anyone to court. We're
Yeah.
turning into so. Yeah, that was the thing. I only got $54,000, and I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna invest that and keep that, right? I was planning on daddy my truck lana, right? Like, he's like, yo, don't be a dumbass. Don't waste your money on like a truck. Right? Bro, I don't have a Gandhi right now, right?
He was like, Daddy, मैं truck लाना, right? And he's like,
truck
gas
लाना?
ने पैसे कितने होने हैं?
Yeah, he's like, yo, how you gonna
petrol
maintain a
pump.
goddamn diesel truck, right? Insurance is gonna be like goddamn at least like 3 bills of. I rip around a lot. It's probably gonna be like $1,000 a month. right? I'm not even graduated yet.
That's
Like, I
what
can't
I'm
afford
saying.
$1,000.
Oh yeah, you should chill. You're not graduated yet.
Yeah,
Get a truck in like
Yeah,
2
Joe,
years
I've noticed.
and enjoy.
I've noticed from talking to you, like, just over like this last hour that we've been on this pod, it's like, yo, you're very like, you are a very positive person, but I feel like you're very headstrong. Like, where you like, you get an idea, you just run with it.
I do want to run with shit, bro.
But
it's like-
at the same time, I feel like if you like slowed down and kind of like looked at the bigger picture, you would
Yeah.
enjoy life even a little bit more. You know, look around.
That's what his family's
So,
there
at
for. We get it.
points,
That-
I've
yeah.
To calm
done
down a
that.
bit sometimes.
Yeah, so sometimes I get in my head too much,
Yeah, exactly.
or
Yeah.
I get too impulsive.
Narji aa jandi.
Yeah,
John,
and
did he-
like with the bike, I get too impulsive. I'm like, yo, you know. So there's this guy I see on TikTok. Same thing. Got into an accident, lost his leg, but he hopped on the same bike that he got into the accident. Right?
Oh shit.
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get a bike. Then, so my dad sent me these videos a couple of days ago, and he was on the phone call with the Mampurs from India.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I'll show you guys later. I could barely enunciate like Vaheguru out of my mouth.
yeah.
And I'm like, it's pretty, and that kind of opened my eyes. I'm like, dude, I almost died there. I basically got a
Well, because you kind of forgot how fucked it was.
I was,
Because you overcame it so quick.
dude, I'm lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
I see it as a second chance that Maharaj gave me to live. I got a second chance at life, and why waste it, right? Why put myself in that position again?
That's
So
crazy.
you're not getting a
though.
bike.
No.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, make that clear. Make
I'm
that
not getting a
clear.
bike. I'm not getting a
Oh,
bike.
Vaheguru.
Maybe for a couple years.
No, please don't.
Yeah.
I probably won't. But
Get a bike with pedals, bro. Just get fit and shit.
when
you could do a Paris.
yeah, no,
the
I'm not
bo-
getting a bike again. So to the riders out there, I was talking to my other buddy, right? I'm not shitting on bikes. I'm not like, yo, don't get a bike, right? Get a bike. But the mistake I made was dailying it. right? Have a bike, all the like goating and stuff. They do it as a hobby. Please do that as a hobby. Don't daily it in Canada, especially here. People rip around too much, whatever. It's so high.
Yeah, like
Heavy
when you
drivers
get your
suck.
when you get your car license, you don't really care too much about motorcycles. It's
Yeah.
not really a thing that you really care or told or learn about. Like,
Unless you like have a passion for it, which I did, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I wanted to hop on. I hopped on, got that like adrenaline rush. I'm like, I don't want to let go to it. So the thing about bikes is you want a hobby. You want to make it a hobby.
Yeah.
Like a weekend.
Like
yo,
enjoy it. You should get a bike and then get a boat and go boating now and then.
Yeah,
Go
so it
ride
should
your
be a
bike
hobby
now and
thing.
then.
Like, yo, let's go
fishing.
to a nice sunny day. Let's go to Harrison. or something. Let's go to
Let's go.
Harrison.
Yeah.
Take the bike for a rip, come back, and that's your giddy for like the week or something.
And on
right?
those roads, it's not as dangerous as
No,
like
no,
a
no.
city
Take
road.
your farm roads, take it for a giddy
Yeah.
ride. But if you're dailying it through traffic, right,
Yeah,
you're
it's-
way more high
chances
risk.
are much
And
higher.
I think it's like a high percentage, like above 90% of motorcycle happen in intersections, right?
Because other people there, you just don't trust other people. Just drive where there's no other people.
No,
You're
bro,
chilling.
like, you legit. They're the people that hit me were seniors, and
Mm.
so they, you know, like, I
Bro,
don't know.
sometimes it's like when you're that old,
You
like,
probably get that Bapu PTSD.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I got 55K.
no, Bapu should have looked.
They
man.
stayed there. They stayed there on the scene. I look you,
Yeah.
bro.
Bro,
you wanna
I
know
wish
something
they
funny?
could,
What could
bro.
they have done?
I would have got a fat check.
Bro, that's what
Oh,
I
yeah.
I'm gonna call Mahilla. I remember that the night your accident happened.
Yeah.
Mahil, Ajit, and Sharma. They all came to the house and I was talking to them about your like an update basically how you're doing and stuff. And I heard like one of the stories that I heard was that they left the scene. And at first I thought it was true, right? Because all this stuff happened, right? I was just kind of
They're too old to dip.
No,
the
Yeah, and then I
scene.
found out they were too
They
old,
just
so they
didn't
didn't dip
show
the
us.
Fast
scene.
and
You just
Furious.
Yeah.
because dude, you just took a 17-year-old kid's leg, right? But I think that's one of the things I want. Last thing to say about ICBC is I think it's very fucked up that you can call it an accident. You can legit go and clip someone, get hurt, alter someone's life. A 17-year-old Nana like me, right?
Yeah.
I'm still super young, right? You can take a child's life, a kid's life. You can take a teen's life and walk the next day, go on about your life without nothing happening to you. I don't wish anything upon these people because it was an accident.
Yeah.
But
But
I feel like
I
you-
think that's where it comes from. It's an accident, right?
No, but
but
yo,
if-
those
if-
guys
if-
should
if-
at least have to get their license test again and get some type of like reaction test to make sure they're
Man.
still active. Look
yo,
at Joe
they're
Biden,
collecting their pension, bro. Give me that pension, yo.
bro. There's a
They
thing in
don't-
there's a thing in North America where like when you're young they restrict you so much, but as you get older you could be going down in every way, and they're not gonna be like you can't drive, you're not gonna be like you can't do this, bro. All the American presidents, look at Joe Biden. This guy can barely talk, bro.
He can't even give speeches,
He was
man.
in Canadian
That
Parliament
guy
yesterday.
tripping balls.
He was calling Canada China. He's like, I'm so proud of China and shit. This guy's like, but he's old, right?
Yeah.
There needs to be a thing for as people get older too. You
Bro,
do assessments on
They
it.
need to
Exactly,
put like
yeah.
one of those little escalators on the Air Force One, but you can't even walk upstairs
Yeah.
properly.
The thing is, like, his brain probably works good, but like that guy doesn't go drive around cars, bro. Like I know that for sure.
He drove that one truck, right? The Ford.
Dude,
he was
did you see that
testing.
recent video? This guy
No,
was
what he
following
drove.
a blind guy.
Really just was like, imagine you're
He
blind.
can't ride a bike
Imagine
too.
you're
He
blind,
fell off
I'm
the
like
bike.
holding your hand. You know how the blind person's supposed to hold me and I'm supposed to
Yeah,
guide them?
this guy's
He's
holding
holding the blind guy, getting guided by the blind guy.
Oh, think about it. Just like why?
So I'm a very positive guy, but you know, you get down, right? Like I lost a leg, right? You have those moments where like you kind of get into like this spiral.
That's
of
life, yeah.
negativity,
Everybody
right?
gets down, yeah.
You get into a spiral of negativity, and you're like, yo, why the fuck did this happen to me? Like, why me, right?
That's why you need people around you to be like, you know,
Yeah, and
it's
so-
okay to do that like for a day,
Yeah.
not longer than that.
No,
Like it's
no,
okay
no.
to do it once in a while to reflect like fuck man, but like you know what it is? Like
Yeah, like,
pick
He's
this up.
not sitting right
No,
now.
listen, like picking. no,
Fuck,
listen, you're human, bro. You're gonna do it once in a while, like fuck, I don't have my leg, but you're obviously gonna pick yourself back up and continue with your life, right?
Yeah.
You kind of have to, because
Like,
that's what I'm gonna get at.
Like
Yeah.
recently, like I'm not gonna like it's gotten like pretty like tough, like right,
Yeah, of
mentally,
course.
right, and like it's been like pretty bad. So I started like seeing like a counselor and shit. Bro, the one thing about counselors is like I hate when they push just pills and shit, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
just like do your job. I don't want
I
a
hate that.
pill pusher. Like don't push
Yeah,
pills on me
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. Like it's not simple as that.
It's not.
And so I just think, you know, as you talk and kind
They're
of learn
overwhelmed
these
too.
tools to deal with things, I think that's way better than just, yo, hop on medication, hop on this. Like that's not natural.
It's
right?
a- it's a-
I told the guy like, nah, I'm good, right?
It's
I
because
don't wanna-
big pharma donates to the school
Yo,
districts and shit,
fucking
man.
hell, bro,
It's just
like-
all connected. Never hop on.
There's
pills
always
like
a
that.
bigger reason behind
It'll
what you
change
think
you,
it
bro.
is.
I
Yeah.
believe that. It's like
Yeah.
it's stuff like it's just an easy solution, but it's
yeah,
not permanent.
exactly. So they really don't want to.
Think about like that side of you that's like so smart and it thinks about these things just dying. You don't want to kill it. You want to like rework it and rewire it, and that
Yeah.
shit takes time.
Sahej, what's your McDonald's order looking like? Being a vegetarian.
okay, I'll go there and my McDonald's order, I'm a fat ass, right? So it'll be like, I'll order the whole menu. But like, I'll be like, it'll start off with the large fries, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll get, not even one, 2
Large
cheeseburgers,
fries.
no meat, add shredded lettuce, tomato. What you do then is take the fries and put them in
Tomato?
the middle of the burger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm a big fan of pickles and stuff. You gotta add the pickles and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
get the masala.
Oh my god. Whatever. Eat that. McFlurry. Yo, this guy's like an Oreo guy. I'm a Smarties guy. Yo, I'm so sad that they took away the M&Ms of McFlurry, bro.
That
Why,
M&M's
man?
Did you guys like that?
shit?
I love the M&Ms.
Oreo cow, enjoy karo.
No.
We
But
go
the
to Dairy
Smarties-
Queen.
Smarties is
That's
kill.
true.
So I'll get the Smarties and I'll get like a large root beer or like a large water. Or
You're a
something
root beer
like
type of
that.
guy?
I'm a
Dude,
root beer
last
type of guy.
summer, we used to go to Boston Pizza every single day
Yo,
with
I'm
my
not a
friends.
big fan of Boston.
I don't like
pizza.
it.
I know, but we would go every day because we were just nasty, right? Every day. And I was having root beer at one point every day for like 2 months.
Yo.
And I felt like a bod, bro. I was so done. I couldn't even eat
I
Boston
feel
Pizza.
like BP just fucks me up. Like,
I don't like it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to stand up for BP. They're
Why?
onion rings.
Your BP's president
No,
or
I'm
something?
just saying, no.
Bro.
मैं
What is it?
प्रधानमंत्री
Yo,
हाँ.
there's like 7 cheese something or whatever. it's
7
called.
cheese ravioli bites.
That shit's killed.
It's whatever, yo. I tried it the other day. It's kind of doughy.
I like it.
All
You
that
can't
shit
go to
is
BP
plastic.
every day. That's
But
the
this
bottom
guy,
line.
bro, this guy goes to BP. He's like, motherfucker, club shit. He's got rowdy expectations, you know?
No,
Yeah.
no.
BP's
it's
like
just
microwave wala khana.
That's
Nah,
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is so
Yo, honestly,
microwave.
cactus is so overrated.
It is.
Yo, I had a friend who used to work at BP's when I worked at Home Depot, and he's like, yo, the nastiest thing at BP's was we used to put the ranch in a big ass bucket, and it would just be in the same bucket for like a month, and it was really mushed out and shit, right?
man.
Like old ass ranch. And he's like, we would just fill it up from there, and it would just get like cross contaminated as well,
That's
yo.
That's
messed
fucked.
up, bro.
The ranch
Dude, they
and
do the
shit.
bare minimum when it comes to food management. Most like food
I
spots.
worked at a food spot once. Bakery. Do you guys know Cobb's Bread?
Yeah.
Bro, I was a Cobb's Bread guy.
Well,
I
that's
worked
cool.
there, sold bread and shit.
Wait, let me tell you before you continue what you're saying, bro.
Yeah.
He worked at Cobb's Bread and my sister works
We
at
both
Cobb's
worked
Bread.
at
The
the
amount of
same
free
Sister
bread we
still
got.
works there?
No, not anymore.
Oh.
But we got so
Bro.
much free bread.
Yeah, you guys got like
If
cinnamon
people
like,
knew
rolls
me,
and
bro,
shit.
I was the
Yeah.
plug for bread. Everyone needs some
Oh, that's like
free.
some shit. Yeah.
Everyone needs some free sourdough or anything, bro.
Cobb's
I got
bread is
you.
good. Cobb's
Because
bread
the
is
thing
Cobb's
good.
bread is
you
the
would throw
shit.
You would throw it out at the end of the day. If
Oh
it
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
sold,
So
right?
everything at Cobb's Bread made fresh, right? Loki didn't like my bosses, but like yo, going out, I don't want
Because
that.
think about being a manager at a bread factory, bro. You really can this shit.
Yeah, so-
You're like, hey.
Yeah, that's
Cobb's Bread was good, yo. It was a good job.
Oh.
You worked at Home Depot.
I did a bunch of shit. I worked for Air Canada for a bit. Home Depot.
Canada what?
Air Canada.
Oh,
doing-
what did you do there?
That's you talking, bro.
Oh, shit.
Driving tractors
Oh,
around,
nice.
getting free flights around the world. It was sick in that time.
Damn.
That's the only job I made sure I left on good terms because I'd be down to like go back there and like
Go
a
back.
different
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
But every other job I just dipped. I was like, yeah.
Man, I'm out,
I
bro.
was like, I'm out,
Cobb's
yeah.
Bread, I think I dipped on them like bad. I don't even think I gave a notice. I just like
Who's gonna go back to Cobb's bread though?
fuck Cobb's
Cobb's
Bread.
Bread.
They have good bread, but like yo, honestly, the working there is not even that sick. But, like,
Negative energy on the bread. Which
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bring all this
that's
fucking nazar on the bread, man. Not good. Yo,
like-
Thirbir, I have a question for you.
Hmm.
Obviously, you know, like you've been working a couple of jobs now.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, what's the funniest thing, or like just like the most like jokes experience you've had working any of your like jobs?
I'm gonna have to say London Drugs. I know I didn't leave London Drugs on good terms, but I worked London Drugs with Joel, and shout out Joel because we had the time of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was really it's a different experience working with someone that's related to you, right? She's my cousin, and anytime we had the same shifts, man, it was the
Schema,
best thing.
right?
Yeah, schema, man.
Schema,
We make
schema.
sure we get the work done,
Yeah.
but we'd get the work done in a good way and in a fast, timely manner, right? Get
Yeah.
the work done, and then we're just doing pange, right? We're up in the back on the mezzanine, right? Just looking at what they have, like arcade machines, stuff like that. Toilet paper
Yeah.
boxes, kick them down the stairs, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. Just goof around. It was
That's
fun.
true.
I
Because
enjoyed that.
London drugs, it seems like everybody else would be dying inside, so they wouldn't even care about you doing pungy, right?
Literally, yeah.
Your coworkers and shit, bro.
Mhm.
I've never been to a store and met like a more dead employee than London drugs.
Yo,
bro.
facts.
Yeah,
That's actually
man.
You know what? If you go to like the electronics counter at London
Yeah.
drugs,
Mhm.
those guys are dying inside because they wear like coat pants and shit. right?
Bro, I tell you, man, wearing those shirts and stuff, man, was so tight on the kach, and I
Yeah,
was like, bro,
bro.
man, I don't like
Dude,
this.
I went to London drugs like last week, bro. It was just like one Karen yelling at the guy at the photo lab, right? And I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yo,
I was like,
did
this is
any of
not
you
the
guys
place,
work
man.
at Kenry's?
Yeah,
I worked at one.
We rocked it at Henry's.
Yeah,
And
so
all of us have
I
worked
feel
at
like
Kenny's.
every kid, like at least brown dudes, right? Like
Yeah.
they need to work at a cannery to earn like this like
Pass on the
Yeah,
values.
that's it. But
The
like
bag.
on a side note, like like this like value of like your education, right? Like do this hard labor and like see like, do I really want to do hard labor the rest of my life? Get an education, right? And so I really
We just
like,
buy the cannery, man. Run the
buy the
cannery.
cannery.
Yeah,
Sell it.
yeah. So like I feel
That's a
like
different mindset.
everyone should do some sort of hard labor. I work canning for a little bit, right? Like I quit a little bit, but then I worked. And then we had to quit because of COVID and stuff, right?
I did.
What
I
do you
did a
mean?
solid
People stopped
2.5
eating berries
years.
because of COVID?
No,
What kind of
no.
shit is that?
Our parents just
Our
were
parents
like,
made us
yo,
quit.
like drop it, right?
Corona ho you?
Yeah, man.
They're really
Oh,
spooked
shit.
at the
And
beginning.
then the year after, I worked at like a mill in Langley.
No, I wouldn't work at a mill.
I worked at
I've
a
heard too
mill.
many desi uncle stories about getting their like fingers cut off.
Yeah.
Dude, I have
Bro, so-
uncles in my family who give you handshake, the fingers are missing. It's like a mill accident from the
So I
90s.
didn't work at like a mill. It was like more of like a cedar. It was called Central Cedar, and they graded wood there. So
Oh, okay.
They grade wood and they
A
chop
plus.
it up to specific like quantities and stuff, right? And yeah, I
That's
worked,
pretty rowdy.
I worked there for a summer, and then after that, I worked at Columbia Kitchen Cabinet. I kind of can't.
Your parents probably here is like, yo, chajdi job kar la.
No, my dad's
All
like,
the
yo,
slavery,
do these
bro.
slave labor
Your
jobs.
dad wants you to do slavery for a bit.
He's like, yo,
I would
do-
want my kids to do slavery for a bit.
yo, I want my kids to do like
Do slavery,
like,
man.
straight slave.
Because we used to live on a farm before,
slavery,
right?
bro.
So we had to do that. farm work.
Good
Wait,
on that.
Yeah.
I zoned out. What are you talking about? Slavery?
You can you, bro. You're behind them, bro. We're on slavery.
Farm tak kam karte hain. You were talking about that. You
Yeah.
farm work. That's tough work right there.
What would be the first thing you would do if you woke up and you could speak every language in the world fluently?
Every language in the world fluently.
I would
Where
start
would you
fucking
go?
with people. Oh, dude, I would just
dude.
start fucking with people.
Bro, I'd honestly use that to my advantage and learn as much as I can about all these other different languages. Or I'd travel straight to Russia and I'm gonna go hang out with my boy Putin.
I feel like speaking Russian is the most gangster.
It is, bro.
Because
It
I
sounds
feel like
gangster.
Russian spies are pretty cool.
Yeah.
The way they talk and stuff.
Yo, I
Hasbullah.
really, I don't know why I've always been like super like attracted to like Arabic, right?
Yeah.
Like even not even just speaking, but even their akkar and their
Oh, the way
writing.
they write it. Yeah.
It's backwards, but it's also just looks super dope, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
And there's some Farsi and
Yeah.
like it goes back.
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of the
yeah,
words
yeah.
are similar. The
Yeah,
things
yeah. So
are similar.
that's one of the
Yeah.
probably languages I'd
My
like.
grandpa knows how to
Really?
read that
That's
stuff,
what
bro. It's crazy.
Go to Dubai and stuff.
Yeah. Go to
Yeah.
Dubai would be crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to just talk to Hasbullah.
Oh, Hasbullah.
I feel like that'd be
Hell
sick.
yeah.
I'd be like,
If you could time travel to any point in history, where would you go? What would you want to see?
Ooh.
I want
The craziest thing
I
in
want to see if
history.
R. Kelly did it.
I was thinking 9/11, yeah.
9/11.
Yeah.
Why?
Bro, you'd get targeted, man.
No, man, I just want to see 9/11. I don't know why. It's a personal thing.
Yo,
Hey, I
I'm
want to see
being
9/11.
serious. Okay, all any time in history,
Yeah.
I want to know how the pyramids were built, bro.
Okay,
Oh,
low key, I changed my answer. I
man.
won't change to that.
I'm at the 9/11.
Bro, Joe Rogan always talks about that a
Bro,
lot,
I
right?
always
He
talks about
debates
that
that
'cause
heavily.
It makes no sense, bro.
Yeah.
So I really want to go back to that time and be like, yo,
What?
what type of tech did they use to get these like fat like
Stones, right?
You know what
Yeah,
they think
yeah.
happened, bro? Is that like civilization back then got hella advanced,
Yeah.
and then there was some type of grand war, and we went backwards a
I
shit
think
ton.
so.
Yeah.
Because like it wouldn't make sense if we
Yeah,
could do that
no.
and then we couldn't.
People
Yeah.
think that's gonna happen again, right? Like
Yeah, it could,
tectonic
man.
plate shifting, and then climate change and all this stuff, right?
If like if there's another ice age, like a lot of people are gonna
I
die.
low key feel stupid for my answer. I was like, I want to see if R. Kelly did it, but then but now
Bro, what?
but now I feel like I want to change my answer.
Yeah.
What's the most toxic trait in brown people?
Ooh, judgment.
Yep.
Solid. That's
Yeah.
that's a good one. Yeah. What about you,
Judgment.
David?
So
I'd say-
we as Punjabis, right? But like, bro, we as Punjabis, right? Just brown culture.
Mm-hmm.
We're just, it's in our genes, bro. We can't take it out of us to judge, right? Like me myself, bro, I recognize it too. Like I'll be at the gym or like I'll judge someone, right? Or it'll be like even just walking down the street, be like, yo, like, oh, what is this couple doing or something, right? Like I'll
Yeah,
start like judging them. And it's just a brown trait to judge.
Subconsciously,
Also,
yeah.
we have like, bro, we're so bad. Like brown people are so bad at like they'll judge their own family members, bro. Like
Yeah, true.
we'll go to the extent of judging our own family.
over
That's
things they
facts.
did.
Yeah, like or
Yeah.
dude, our relatives, bro. Your relatives leave, your parents like start going off like yeah.
I know what you mean, like the gossip culture.
The gossip,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is the gossip
Ninja
culture.
Jogi.
Yeah.
Ninja Jogi
The thing is with
really-
judging, my personal take on judging is that like it's one of these things where like if you look at evolution and like just how society is, if you don't judge people, you're not going to survive in this world because you kind of got to
see how
just
brown people
to
do
an
that, man?
extent.
Like we're
We're very-
toxic
yeah,
judge.
It's like the gossip you do and the things you infer.
Yeah.
But like I think like maybe people got a little bit too sensitive about being judged. Because
Yeah.
back in the day, like that's kind of how things have to go.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make
Yeah.
smart choices and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Thirbir,
man.
what about you?
Also, yeah, I'd say, yeah, similar to judgment, but like personal family image, kind of like, you know how brown families, they're always trying to keep a certain image of the family, right? And then something completely different else is happening in the family, or, you know, stuff like that. So I think like it's good to have a good image of the family, right? But the lengths and extents that brown families go to, you know, lie, cap, like all this stuff to
Just
relatives
to put out
and
an image and
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
really
Yeah.
want people to think of them a certain way. Right?
Exactly.
To make you feel like
It never works, though.
Yeah.
No,
It
bro.
never works.
Bro,
like,
brown
mira-
people, they're really good at staring
Yeah.
through like bullshit.
Yeah,
right?
fully.
Like
Yeah.
we
What do you
know
mean?
what's up.
We know when
like,
you're capping hard.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
brown people, they know
Like
what
when Keeps like, I used to do parkour. He pumped us so hard on this one podcast.
No,
He's like,
yo,
Mara,
I
man,
didn't
मैं
say
parkour
that.
करता हूँ,
No,
मैं
yo,
यहाँ."
listen,
He's like, I
listen.
learned and stuff, right? And then like halfway through the podcast, I kept grilling him, right? I kept grilling him.
Yeah.
Then he's like, nah, it's a cap.
Yo, this guy thought, like, so what I said, I was like, I did parkour as a mental as a joke. Because you remember when we would dish the and go like on the playground?
Yeah.
And we would just be playing like the ground is all about
Yeah.
grounders.
I
And we'd
remember
be doing
that,
some
bro.
stupid ass like climbing the rocks and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was our parkour.
Oh yeah,
Bro, that was, I'm not
But
gonna
he's like
lie.
drilling this guy like
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, yo, do you go downstairs? How
What type
what
of
kind of
parkour
stunts
you
do you
do?
do?
You know when you're a kid, right? Everything seems so like out of proportion or bigger
Yeah,
than you,
yeah, yeah.
right? That's why it felt like parkour.
It
We
did,
were like,
yo.
yo, we're little kids on a playground swinging around. We're like, yo,
That's
we're doing
true.
cool shit.
There's
This guy
like
would do
a
that
brick.
shit too. This guy's bigger than parkour. He'd be jumping off her like sofa and
Bro, I
shit
go
and be like,
crazy,
yo,
man.
Parkour. Have you seen that Office episode? They're like, yo, parkour.
Yeah,
Parkour.
yeah.
He started the meme.
Yeah.
Parkour.
Jumped on.
Yeah, but yo, just like climbing on top of like a brick or something, you'd be like, I'm the man.
Or you like
Stand on
climb
stuff.
half the tree, you think you're at the top. You're like, shit, yo, I'm crazy.
I
Like,
never
I'm
climbed
the man.
trees.
I'm the man.
I never climbed trees though. That was wild.
Clone.
Yeah, it's like jungle one day they come.
The
Yo, last scenario question. If you could talk to anybody from history, dead or alive, who would you talk to?
I'm trying to talk to Kanye West and understand what
My
the
guy
fuck this
chose
guy's
life.
guy's
coming
back
from.
though. He's back on IG.
Huh?
He's back on IG.
Yeah,
You see what he
bro.
posted today?
Yeah,
What do you
can't-
post? What do you
can't-
post? I
He's
don't see
like,
it.
bro, I'm starting to like the Jews now.
It's Jonah Hill, man.
He's like,
Jonah Hill.
he's like, I watched 21 Savage, and you know Jonah Hill. He's a Jew.
21 Jump Street.
Wait,
21
Joe
Jump
Rogan?
21 Savage, the llama.
Wait, what did he watch?
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street, not
With
21
Jonah Hill.
Savage.
Jonah Hill's in the movie.
Oh my
Jonah-
god,
Yeah.
Jonah Hill.
And he's like, yo, Jonah Hill's like a Jew, and I kind of like the guy.
He's like, I love you, Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Inspired.
You know what? Shout out Jonah Hill, man.
Holy,
Revive
Kanye's
Kanye.
off his shit.
Oh,
Right?
he's gone, man. Like,
Pick a thing and stick to it.
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yo, I think ever since Kim left,
this guy's like, yo, Hitler did some good shit and stuff. I'm like, bro, this guy's on some.
Bro, all the car companies that people, it trips me out how like Porsche, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, all these guys were manufacturing weapons for the Nazis for like 10
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
yo.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They made all those tanks and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
They all have like dark histories and just like
Volkswagen, yeah, all those
making
guys.
all this shit.
Mm.
No one cares now, but I just find it
Who
weird,
else
yeah.
did you meet, yo? Back in history.
For me, I'd say if we're not religious, this isn't a religious answer. This is like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said Kanye, I'm going to say
I
a
still can,
rapper.
yeah.
I'm going to say J. Cole for sure. I'd
Oh,
like
you
to
talk
pick
to
his
J. Cole?
brain. Yeah.
No,
'cause
but he's
well,
not on social media because he don't want to talk to you or talk to anyone.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Also, he
Then
doesn't have
you wouldn't.
Instagram and shit.
That's true.
That
but-
guy's the only one who actually means it when he's like, I just want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
But I saw. I don't know if you've seen his interview recently that he did, right?
Man, I forgot about the guy, bro. Left
No,
me
but
dead.
like
offline.
besides his music,
Yeah.
like the way that he looks at life and his perspective on life, like I want to learn more about that because I feel like the way he goes about his life is in such a positive, uplifting way
Yeah,
that he's just
yeah.
doing him on a daily basis.
It's like the
right?
most advanced way of just like you know how I told you guys like I don't really read comments or spend time on social media.
Yeah.
It's like that to another level.
Exactly.
Where you
But
just
like,
live in
like-
the present. You just live in the present.
Yeah.
That's
Unless
it.
I remember I saw this video of him riding a bike in New York. I was like, damn, he's got all the money in the world, but he doesn't
Riding
let
a
that change him.
motorcycle.
Bicycle.
Oh, that's
He's not
just
riding an actual bike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
but like
motorcycle.
on like a serious note, like someone living that I would really like enjoy the company of
yeah.
would be like someone like Goggins. You know David Goggins?
Yeah.
David
yeah.
Goggins.
I would
Stay
really,
hard.
I really want to meet that guy.
Yeah, man.
I
David
would-
Goggins shit is mess,
I don't
bro.
want to meet. I would want to meet Sidhu just to like
Yeah.
understand,
Yeah.
like just like in terms of like actually inquire about legacy.
Yeah,
Actually,
Cause bro, like what he did. in
Sidhu's
terms-
dope, but I don't really like.
I feel like just having a conversation with him would be.
I would
cool.
want to ride
What?
around with Sidhu Moosewala in a G-Wagon for a day.
Bro, that's the dream, man.
I would want to listen to Tupac with Sidhu Moosewala
Yeah,
and call
and
it a
that's what I
day.
was gonna say. That someone dead though, I would definitely want to listen. I would definitely want to have a conversation with Tupac.
Yeah,
Tupac.
Really?
For sure.
Ooh.
Or yeah, for sure.
Yeah, J. Cole or Nipsey for me. I'm
Yeah,
have to say Nipsey. Bro, like I've been like especially listening to his lyrics. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying this because he just passed away. I know a lot of times when rappers pass away, people hop on the train. They're like, yo, listening to his music. That's literally what happened with me and Nipsey. Like, he passed away and I paid attention to his music because I didn't know what he was doing before. And then I saw the change that he was making. Like, I know he had his own weed company and stuff like that, right? Like, besides that, in his community, he was actually trying to make a difference, right?
Yeah.
And his lyrics too, like, he's got some good, meaningful lyrics.
Yeah.
Not just some random rap
I don't really
shit,
like
you know?
care about rappers that much. I'd rather like meet someone.
But
like,
rappers are like
inspirational.
gubbies of the modern day, bro.
Yeah, but, like,
Back
I'd
in the
rather-
day, there was
I'd rather-
gubbies.
I'd rather
Yeah.
meet someone that will actually give me like some sort of wisdom or some gift, right?
Okay, yo, I feel
Meet
like
Bill
But like
Gates, bro.
someone like Goggins
Bill
or like
Gates is a
someone
solid
like
Damn, Bill Gates, man. He went to Epstein, bro. He's with those
Yeah,
guys.
Kobe
Oh
or
my
something,
God.
right? Like I'd rather
He
meet
is,
someone
bro.
like Kobe Bryant before he passed, right? Like,
dude,
Yeah.
I would
Oh.
never trust a guy like Bill Gates who has a big ass pregnant on that dead. And he's like, oh, take the wax. You know?
Have you heard that conspiracy about Kobe and Big Pharma?
No.
No, you haven't?
No,
What is it?
So there's this. Don't quote me on this word for
Just
word.
say it, man.
I saw this
Call
video.
it.
So Kobe's helicopter crash, right? That was a whole terrible incident.
Yeah.
And apparently, he was in a lawsuit with Big Pharma over the name Black Mamba, right? And Kobe also found out that certain pharmaceutical companies were lacing certain, I forget what it was. It was like daily vitamins or something like that with opioids. I don't know if it was vitamins or like it was like supposed to be. It's not medication. Like
Well, there's things like that.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
they
but-
try to get you hooked on opioids, so you're
Yeah. Or the conspiracy theory was that they were trying to like, put opioids in here, get people like addicted to these vitamins or drugs or whatever they keep coming back for, right?
Yeah.
And he had a set court case like date on Wednesday, and I think his helicopter crash happened before that. Like a couple days before that. And the theory is that, Big Pharma had something to do with this crash, right?
Handies, right?
And that's the theory. Because honestly, man, nowadays, after seeing all these different countries and politics and, democracies, right? Like, people will do anything for the bag.
Yeah.
For
anything.
real. You
Well.
you just want to shut someone up. What's the best way, right? You just
If they're not here anymore, right? That they can't say
because like
anything.
you even seen that stuff like where those Chinese like doctors they come out and start saying stuff like that guy and they just disappear.
They're like, yo, this guy killed himself. He called it a
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Dr.
like,
Sebi,
no.
for example, right? He
Who's that?
was preaching. Dr. Sebi, he would. I don't know a lot about him, but I know Nipsey talked about him in his songs too. But Dr. Sebi, he would promote a lot of like natural herbs and substances, not like drugs, but like herbs and stuff you find in the wild, right?
Yeah.
And make his own medicines. A lot of people in India do this too, right? Really smart ones.
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
would make his own medicines and stuff that would cure like a lot of diseases, a lot of different diseases, right? And a lot of different problems that people would have in a later age in their life, right? And his stuff was proven to work too. Like he was a really cool
so they
guy.
murked him out because he was threatening the bottom line.
There's like a
Yeah.
lot of shit like that. Even on Rogan, there was like a story about some guy. He was like he invented like an engine that would run on water,
Yeah.
and then
Yo, I don't believe that. Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I don't know how the hell that would work.
Well,
first
that's a
off.
steam engine,
Yeah,
I guess,
but you need
But-
some shit to burn the water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like they were talking about that, and then like the guy disappeared. Like they killed him. Like
Yeah.
He had a brother too, and his brother was
There was
like,
some-
yeah, they
There's all
killed
those
him.
crypto millionaires that randomly just was like this one guy who's like 28 and like he died in his sleep, natural causes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
sure,
Yeah,
natural
buddy.
causes.
People get away with murder all the time.
I
I feel like
know.
watching movies and TV, it makes you think like, yo, it's so hard. Like this detective cracked this crazy
Yeah.
case. They found the guy, right? But in real life, I think there's a lot of cold cases.
100%.
So many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Obviously,
you
Mata
wouldn't
nahi
even
banda
realize it.
marna. Someone else's.
I have a final question I want to end off the pod with, and this is because you guys both love basketball, right?
100%.
So I know this is a debate for the ages, right? Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Who's better? Honestly, right now, who is better? Give
Like,
me
Are you saying like in their both of their primes?
both of no. Just in terms of career, take everything into consideration.
Longevity, right? Everything like
Longevity, LeBron wins.
Yeah.
Let's keep it above. He
Yeah.
wins, right? I'm talking career, rings, achievements, everything.
Okay,
You
I'll
take
say this.
everything into account.
I'll say that I feel like LeBron's playing in a softer sport.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why he's really good.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
get me wrong. But I feel like you put LeBron in his prime into back then when Jordan was playing,
Yeah.
he's not the same player.
But do you think he's better or do you think he's worse?
Worse.
But like how much worse though? Because let's be honest, LeBron's 6'9", 200 and 200 something pounds is just
Yeah.
pure muscle.
Yeah.
Like he is just jacked.
He's a
I
horse.
think I will always give it to Jordan, the argument to Jordan.
Okay.
I think I'll always, but LeBron is, well, he just broke the record for what? Like the
All-time scoring
all
leader.
time, yeah, he's the GOAT. I'll give him that, right? But I feel like in both their primes, Jordan's better.
Okay, Thirbir?
I'm gonna have to go with LeBron, and people can't call me like a LeBron dick rider. You can bleep
You're a
that out.
LeBron dick rider.
No,
मेरे
तू
मेरे
क्या?
studio से बैठा LeBron
Bro,
dick rider.
I'm a Curry fan. You can call me a Curry dick.
No, you said people can call me, so I'm gonna call you. I accuse you, bro.
Nah, you're right.
What are you doing, man?
It's not like you asked for it.
Nah, you're right. You're right. But yeah, definitely, I'd say LeBron. I say LeBron. I don't know. You're tweaking, saying MJ. But no, I agree
think
with.
it's MJ too. I'll be honest.
I agree with what he's saying, like, you know,
Dude,
different eras and stuff.
yeah.
But we're watching NBA now, right? I wasn't
Yeah.
born back then. Like, I wouldn't watch Jordan and shit like that,
Yeah.
right?
Jamani.
Yeah.
What's the funniest way someone could quit their job?
I've seen like these guys like jump off like the balcony into like cereal boxes and like superstores
What
and
the
shit.
heck? No, you know what the funniest one is? Is when you pick up the phone and you do the PA.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, my manager always did this. Yo, you're so annoying. You call everyone up. That's it. Respectable.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Oh,
Right?
definitely the PA. Definitely the PA.
PA?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
I always wanted to pick up the PA and be like, bam. I always wanted to do that. Right?
हराम जाते हैं साले.
I wanted to be like, yeah. I did a manager कुछ नहीं कर रहा. Officer to back and खाई जाना.
Kevin तेरी माँ दी.
Catch a lawsuit, but I don't care.
Oh my god. What's the most ridiculous thing you've seen on TikTok?
The most ridiculous thing I've seen on TikTok. All these stupid dances and shit, and like, bro, I think TikTok's a bunch of waste of time unless it's like educational. But like, I hate these dances. Honestly, I think it's a waste of time.
Why? नचना नहीं चाहिए था?
Nah.
What do you mean, bro?
He can't, yo.
No, this guy could do the desi. Like, banquet hall. My mama used to do it. Used to be like, you go into the middle of the banquet hall dance
I
floor.
was like, man,
just
you
be like, that's it.
inconsiderate fuck. I was like, man,
No, anybody can
There's a
dance.
lot of whack shit on TikTok, but I also think like TikTok's like good for like educational purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
What's the most ridiculous thing you've seen on
Ridiculous. I'm gonna have to say Whistling Diesel ripping up that Ferrari, man.
Yo.
That was rowdy. I saw that
That
clip
was
on
sick.
TikTok. Went to his YouTube. Watched it, bro. You guys should watch that. It's literally GTA real life.
Do you know who
off-roading
Whistling
a
Diesel
Ferrari?
is?
TikTok? I don't know. I've never heard of this.
No.
He basically
Oh
beats
my
the
God.
shit out of like all his cars and stuff.
Okay.
He's super rich, and he took a Ferrari off roading, and he took a Tesla, put it on like huge like
Like
metal-
Amish wheels, basically. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
Amish,
I
you
seen
think
that.
of it-
Yeah, that
and
guy's
he
mad.
put it like
Yeah.
upside down.
That guy's around. That guy's like
Hilarious,
living
man.
GTA in
Yeah,
real life.
Exactly. He's
Literally
doing
just
stuff that
modding
people
shit.
wouldn't imagine of doing.
He's doing shit rowdy
Yeah.
mods
Yeah.
and shit.
What's the funniest thing you've seen at GC?
GC.
GC.
Funniest thing.
Oh,
Yo.
I got one.
What?
So Shahidi Smagam, shout out Baj Singh if he's watching this. I doubt he is.
Yeah.
Bro, you know when you do two talwars and you're doing gatka, right? And you're
Yeah.
spinning both talwara.
Yeah.
He wouldn't spin both. He'd put one in the kach and spin one. After he was done spinning one, yeah, he did that Shahidi Smagam, right? And we started calling it the kachvar. Right,
Oh,
because
that's
the
mad.
kachvar is kind of like behind the back, right? But he would
Yeah.
just put the talwar in his kach, start doing one hand, and then he switched, start doing the other.
Oh, you get
I found that
overwhelmed
really
both
funny,
hands.
man.
One of my best friends, bro, he always did the trick where he put the one thought in his mouth. Taj, my boy.
Yeah.
Shout out Taj. And then that was his thing. And now we still roast on him. We're like, yo, you put it in your mouth.
Sometimes they have the napkin.
I don't
They want
understand
to
that,
disrespect,
yo.
right?
Huh?
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
It's such a trick, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they got so many.
It's a performance thing.
Yeah.
Because like realistically speaking, like unless you're like,
So if
hands
you're gonna do it in your mouth,
if,
start, like,
if your hands get cut off at the war, bro, and you have like just your mouth.
That's
like,
why I roast on him. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna put it in your mouth? Like, what are you gonna do?
Like yo,
Like,
if
end it
you're in a bro, if you're in a
Yeah.
junk or something,
what are you supposed to do, bro?
Yo, your hands get chopped, yo. Then you gotta, you know,
You got the mouth, bro.
you gotta be in like an
So you
anime, bro.
slice a bande
You know
out.
those characters in anime that have like their limbs detached and
Yeah.
become 20 times stronger for
That's
no
right.
reason? That's literally what it is.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. All right.
Indian Gatka teams are wild though, bro.
They are.
Yeah,
One time I got there, we invited Indian Gatka team, bro. The guys started smashing glass and like stepping on it.
Oh,
bro,
They were, like
that's-
stomping
They
on
went
top
on
of each
like
other.
America's Got Talent.
What was their name?
Yeah,
What was their
yeah.
name? Sher Khas? I forget.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
those guys just make like stunts though. They go
They're
ham.
dumb.
Yeah.
They're like running each other over with like motorcycles and shit.
Yeah. I've seen that shit.
Are they like standing?
You gotta
on
put some
nails?
clips up,
But like
man.
dude,
dude, bed of nails.
Think
like
about
a
the
bed of
road-
nails.
Yeah. What they're like stacking them up all the way. Like,
You know what's
Man, those
crazy,
things are
bro?
crazy.
Think about the juice that those guys are on.
Yeah.
That's some next level juice.
they're on
Yeah.
That's
Dode,
that-
bro. That's what they're on.
Yeah,
Dode.
that Dode,
Yeah,
that's the Nihang juice, right?
Sadai
there, man.
pige.
Azur
Usto
Saab
Dode
King of
chakalos.
Yeah.
Yo, what do you think of Dode? I think Dode, like,
I think
No.
they're natural.
they're good, man.
Dude, the
Nah,
Indian
bro.
economy runs off Dode, bro.
Come on, yo.
You can
Like,
say what you
Yeah.
want.
listen,
Every single driver in India.
all their grandparents, bro, they all took Dode. All their ancestors.
I don't want
bro,
to speak for my ancestors.
listen, bro.
I'm not
listen.
speaking for anybody here.
All their ancestors, bro, they're on Dode and they live to like hundreds, bro. Like they live.
It's a
longer.
Pratan thing like that.
And bro,
It's like
they're all
how
having
Sadai
like
is
10, 15 nyane. Like, bro.
Yo, you just saw that
Canada.
clip, bro, where that guy said all that shit. He's like, "Don't take the
Yeah,
sex
and
the
they're
energy
good. Bro,
down on
me and
the
my friend
shit."
Ajay,
I hated that girl.
we were talking about, me and my friend Ajay, we were talking about it too, and he's like,
About
"Bro,
Dode?
yeah, he wants to try that shit, dude."
One of my friend's dads grows it in his backyard.
Really?
Who cares
You got
here?
the plug.
A bunch of uncles do
You
that.
got the plug.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so got the
but-
plug.
Number.
Yo, give me the number.
I saw this clip right on Instagram. My buddy sent it to me. It was some like Desi worked at a warehouse, right? And it was like 6 a.m. and he had a Red Bull. He had a big ass doda. It looked like an onion. I don't even know it was a doda, right? He's like, "The pipe chakki jati." That's you gotta do the freaking
Yo,
crack the chef.
shout
Yeah.
out Lucky, man. My pipe kaju, bro. That
Yeah,
guy was
yeah,
hilarious,
exactly.
man.
Okay. What's some issues you feel like you see in Korea nowadays?
Brown girls, like they, like even just girls in general. I feel like us Sardars, right? I just been friend zoned even like before talking to her. Like just
Yeah,
friend zone, right?
yeah.
You just get friend zoned and you just judge for having good tea. I feel like we're like
Yo.
good looking guys, right?
I have an equation, bro. A Sardar needs 2x the raise of a Mona and a sick dadi.
Yeah.
That's it.
What?
That's
Yo,
good
that's
formula.
actually what?
Yeah.
Oh.
I gotta think about
And
that
like you
for
need a
a
nice
second.
much.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Get some good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a thing
I
there.
just feel like some of these girls, even though they may be attracted to Sardars, they're just embarrassed to be with one.
100%.
I think
So-
I can see that. Yeah.
So they get in this thing, yo, I can't be with a Sardar, right? And I don't want to be seen with one.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
even though
yeah.
they're like, yo, this guy's good
You know
looking.
what I
and
heard,
shit,
yo?
right? I'm sure he's dope, but like the fact that they don't want to be seen with one.
You need a fucking real one doesn't care. I heard that like I have cousins in the UK and we were talking about this one day and they're like, it's not like that at all here. Because Sikhs
Really?
have been there for so many more generations
Yeah.
that the whole Sardar dating thing is so normalized that it's completely normal.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, so
Yeah.
then my buddies were like, yo,
That's the one thing
England,
that I
yeah.
really appreciate about when I met my girl, right?
Yeah.
Didn't judge me for having a good tea or anything. Like there's no like, it was just like, yo, this guy's another guy, right? And that's what you kind of have to.
Yeah,
look
you
for,
shot your
right?
shot.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like, yeah, same thing that Sahej said, very similar about the Sardar thing. But also, it's like when it comes time to get married,
Yeah.
then you're looking for the Sardar.
tell you-
Then you're like, then you're like,
yo,
okay,
this
yeah,
guy
where
dropped
are they,
the-
right?
I'll tell you
where
this.
are
They
they?
dropped the universal truth.
Yo, you know the modern relationships, they're cool, right? They're fine, they're fun, whatever. But when it comes to family life, 90% of the girls out there that are like all the Punjabi girls, even just like
Traditional.
they're not traditional, right?
They're not. No.
They're not the image of their moms or their grandmas or anything.
Oh
like
yeah,
that,
no
right?
way.
They don't have that work ethic. They don't have the skills or anything like,
Like your
that.
Let
parents say
alone the
like got
self-respect.
salon ali
Yeah,
and
they
shit.
don't know how to do that.
That can like
right?
support you through
And they
shit.
don't have that mentality of family life.
That's why I just can't, yo. It's
So-
so different now and shit.
Yeah, so I
You know?
wish, it's cool to have like a modern relationship going on, right? Like the girls are cool.
Got a little
these days,
modern word.
but also have a traditional, like
That's
outlook on things. Like, yo,
Yeah.
I want to be.
Honestly, because
that's-
at the end of the day,
they're like, yo, you want to
Yeah.
find a chick that's like wifey, right? Kind of like that, like someone that has those traditional.
because that's like
skills
the
and stuff.
tried and true strategy, bro.
Yeah.
All I
for
see-
generations, bro, for a reason.
All I see with the
100%.
modern shit is that like 50% of couples in America get divorced, bro.
Yeah.
That's
That's
modern
modern.
shit's
That's
kind of
modern.
canned
for
sometimes.
know,
me, what it
dude,
comes
right?
down to is the fact that you gotta ask yourself this: like, do you want your kids wearing dastara, right, or do you want haircut kids? Right?
Bro, I was
That's
thinking
where
of
I
that.
feel like it settles.
We
that.
were in India last year, and one of my best friends, right? He was like really talking about this, and he's like, "Yo, bro, think about it. Like 1 year, you're like, yo, let's go to the Samagam in India." And then your wife's like, "Yo, let's go to Mexico." Like, what do you think your kids are gonna choose? I'm like, "Sayo, let's go to Mexico."
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be canned because you just chose the
Exactly.
10 who doesn't actually
Yeah.
connect you with your roots,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like stuff like that. Yeah. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, you just gotta look at how you want to live your life, and if you're happy with, someone that's not a Sardar,
yeah,
which you
yeah.
have the complete right for, right? That's your right. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you, yo, go only for the
Yeah, yeah.
Sardars.
Yo,
right?
no, but then you
How do you
see-
want your kids to
No,
turn
but
out? How
yo,
do you want your family life to
That's
be?
not- This is when you see the girls on TikTok being like Sardars on top.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess.
bro, I
but-
feel like it's a trend. It's a trend to say it at this point.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah, that is
Sardars
true.
on top.
Yo,
That's what
I-
they say.
biggest
Yo,
thirst
I'm gonna
trap
show you
I've seen in my
I'm
life.
gonna
What
show you
they
this
say?
TikTok because my girl posted this TikTok on her thing, right?
Yeah.
And it was just, she's like, yo,
Of YouTube?
No, it was on TikTok.
Yeah.
My girl posted it. It was like
Uh-huh.
her TikTok, and it was like, oh, my favorite pictures of my boyfriend or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. But like, I got like a bunch of like 10K views or something like that, and then like all the comments, Brown Boy TV commented on it, and that guy, Loki, fuck you. I'm joking. I like you.
No, no, just say it, man.
Just say it, man.
He's
Come on,
like, you
man.
know what his comment was?
What?
He's like, oh, I hope you guys find out your cousins. He's like, I'm
Oh,
joking.
that's jokes. That's jokes.
He's like, I know. He's like, yo, I'm joking. W this, W that, whatever.
Yeah.
But like everyone in the comments were like, yo, sing on top, sing pulling this, sing pulling that.
That was good, man.
It was good. It was
Good on
good.
it.
So,
But yeah,
But like,
it might be changing the narrative, like yo sings like yo. They're like.
I feel like if that was me, they'd be like, "Fuck this
I
guy."
definitely, yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I definitely middle school, high school. I definitely felt stepped on, like as in like
Yeah.
where it comes in by like girls and stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't like their first.
You know what the thing is, bro? It's like this identity, right? It gives you like so much value to life. Like we have so much direction. We're so positive and shit. And then there's those things, right? But you have to understand it's like worth it, bro.
Yeah, the
It's worth
identity,
it, bro.
right? Like,
Right? And somebody who knows you, like the real truth in life, they're not gonna care about that type
would
of
you
shit.
would you rather just fit in with everyone and then not really?
Because if I could chop the top and get a bunch of bitches,
Exactly.
I would rather
I
do
like
it the
that,
hard
bro.
way. Like now,
Fuck that. Like
and
the
so rock it.
identity.
Get
This
a
is
bunch
my
of bitches.
identity.
you think I want my kids to go money because they can't pull chicks? What kind
Exactly,
of
or
message is
a
that?
wife that can't make a round roti, right? Like it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I had to throw that in there.
This is some real shit.
Those are the essentials, though, right? You
I-
come back from work, your wife can't tie your kids'
Straight,
pugs,
bro.
right? Then it's like you're gonna be
Yeah.
tying the pug. These are all
Nah,
the
yo,
important things
I feel
that
like
they
what,
don't think about.
bro, literally, cause like, no, the thing is, they also does think about this. Nobody talks about it. Look at
You know, I talk about this a lot with my like a lot of my friends and stuff too. It's like
nobody comes out and talks about it publicly, right?
yeah, but like you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm gonna talk about it.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't care. Like yo,
But like, yo, all I know is I know some things who pull more than anyone I know, bro.
yeah, same.
You know, I'm telling you, my equation is literally it. If you're saying you have to have a nice daddy, keep your daddy clean and shit, gotta have good riz, yo, and you're game over, bro.
What's your love life looking like?
It's good, man. It's straight, bro.
Good
all
shit,
I'm
good
trying to say,
shit.
It's straight,
I've been
that's
in
for
enough relationships to know that, like, with engineering and the podcast and connecting with God, a chick right now, I can't commit to that shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be sacrificing engineering or the podcast or God to go spend time with someone. And I know at this point, if I got back into what I used to do, I'd be neglecting a bunch of people. But I keep it chill. I still talk to chicks and shit.
Good.
Yeah.
But I'm not out here like matte na biyah kara dena and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Because
very
that type
similar
of shit, I
perspective
can't commit
with
to that
you.
right
No.
now.
Yeah.
Right? How
For-
the fuck am I gonna?
Bro,
For
you can
me-
be social without looking for someone. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just gotta be like chill.
Because yo, you know when you promise someone the future, right? All of a sudden you owe them something. You have to give them
Yeah,
time.
bro.
Yeah.
You
Money.
can't just go change your shit. You can't just drop out and be like, yo, I'm gonna fucking start this startup. I don't care what happens. I'm putting all my money into it.
Yeah.
You have to like. It's like that thing where they say to take risks before you have a wife and kids.
Yeah.
Because then you have to satisfy them.
Yeah.
I want to be at the point where I can just fuck off to the mountains and be like, yo, I'm gonna go plan the next like Microsoft or
Oh,
some
yeah.
shit,
Mhm.
and no one's gonna care.
Yeah.
Because I'm
I get
doing
that.
me.
Mm.
Well, that's just
You
me,
have no
bro.
commitment or
Yeah.
any obligation.
I know I'm not
People.
anti-marriage though. It's
Oh,
just I know
definitely.
like right now in life it's not what I need, and I've done because I've learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the Smash Punjabi school?
Bro, man.
I don't know enough about
I'm not gonna lie.
DPS, but I've just heard they do a lot of Biadabi and stuff.
Yeah.
And so
Are you?
Like, we don't want to throw shade at DPS because we didn't go to DPS or anything. I know a couple people that went to DPS, but
so much Biadabi, man.
I thought he'd be like,
Yo,
yo,
actually, you know, I don't know anything about DPS. Like, I just know a couple people that've been there.
I'll break it down for you real quick. There's the actual Beadabi where kids are aware that like, okay,
Yeah.
Guru Sahib's here, we're gonna do this in the school. Then there's the unintentional Beadabi.
You mean like kids
where-
that vape and shit? And then
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
like,
So
go to
that's
everyone?
intentional Beadabi.
Yeah.
That's like they're vaping in the washrooms and they know Guru Sahib's here, right?
Yeah.
Unintentional Beadabi would be like, you know, you're swearing and stuff, and that's a part of your speech. I feel like even then, if it's hard for someone to control how much they swear, right? I'd say that's a bit unintentional, right? Because that's how their language is. But of course, they should, you know, be aware of their surroundings. Like, you know, you're at a school where it's
Alright.
religious.
What's your opinion on like I have my dad's Maharaji Pothia upstairs and we're down here swearing and shit.
That's a tough one,
That's a
man.
tough
But like you know
Like
all of our
honestly,
houses
I'd say
have
just
that.
keep
It's like
that
all,
away.
yeah,
all
all
of
of
our
our
houses
houses
have that.
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah.
Right?
like you know we're all connected like that.
Yeah.
Bro, we just had
We got
a rants by at our house.
Swoops out there.
Right? We had had
Yeah.
Maharaj at our house.
So
And
you have to be
I
like
slipped up a couple times, and it's like, bro, like,
fuck off, fucking
Yeah.
Yo, the thing is, you have to realize that like Sikhi is a practical way of life, bro.
Yeah, nothing was.
And you know, it's not like I can go with the world or I can go with Sikhi. It's supposed to flow, man.
Flow
Yeah.
together.
It's not supposed to be
It's not a
opposites.
one way.
Yeah. It's supposed to work together, man. It's not supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're living life through like a humble and a more compassionate type of way,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
So many, obviously, there's so many different levels. To it,
I
but
don't
humble
think it
and
should be like
compassionate.
one or the other.
No.
Yeah.
I think
But I feel like Maharaj made it so you live in this world, but you also just live through a Sikhi perspective, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
indirectly through today's podcast, even if we didn't read prayers and like read Gurbani, we did a lot of Ostat of God, bro. Like
Yeah.
through your story and through
100%.
this,
Yeah.
and that all counts, bro.
Oh,
It's not like it's different.
I
from
think
sitting
this
there.
pod's gonna be more like for people, like some people that are actually really interested in Sikhi too are gonna love this.
Definitely, yeah.
100%. So
It's
it'll be fun.
a good way to like learn
Yeah.
about certain topics.
It's a very like you know what I feel like nowadays with kids. It's like kids like that want to be religious get immediately turned off from the religion because the Babe that try to educate them about religion
Or the
go-
parents
You
that try to
you can't
force
they
them
go-
force
into
they try to
people into
force it.
religion, right?
Exactly, they go on an extreme
You're gonna
perspective.
the
right away.
automatic reaction is to repel, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. You have to
can't-
gradually kind of like have the kid experience it and like kind of want to like go into it.
Kind of
right?
have
'Cause
that
it-
joy of doing
Yeah, yeah.
seva, going to the
Yeah.
gurdwara,
Exactly,
you know,
yeah.
mattha
You know what the
taking.
thing is, bro? It's
They
it's
find that
hard.
love in themselves.
If
right?
I was
Yeah.
forced to be Amritari, I would not want to be
Yeah,
Amritari. But
exactly.
I chose this path, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I have like I'm fulfilled,
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
I feel,
yeah.
I feel happy. I feel
Yeah.
like more like at peace with Sikhi, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if I was kind of like Bapu grab my hand,
yeah, no, it's your own path, right? And
It's your own path.
you have
yeah.
your own
Yeah.
relationship with Maharaj. And
That's why I love a religion because
Yeah.
you're not supposed to force Sikhi on anyone.
Yeah.
You know what the thing is? You're supposed to be your best self, and then people subconsciously can't forget that.
Yeah.
Like, what's
Yeah.
different in this guy, bro?
Mhm.
The thing is that I always remember is like, bro, think about the hardship that's happened in our lives and how you would handle it if you were an atheist.
Yeah.
It would be so
Oh.
fucked, man.
Yeah, man.
You would be thinking 24/7. What if my subway chala gaya siga?
Mhm.
What if I didn't do that differently? Like, a lot of the atheists that I know, it's like, I don't know, bro.
God
I
is-
just noticed that.
God, like just the idea of God and everything surrounding that is just like a stabilizer. In
It
your
gives you a
life.
peace
Yeah.
of mind almost
Yeah.
because here's the thing, like Sahej, with you.
Mm.
Say you went through the accident. You're atheist. You don't believe in you don't believe in Waheguru, right?
Mm.
At all. don't
What
believe
would
in
you say like you were
Yeah.
at the moment where you were saying Waheguru when you were on the pavement?
Yeah.
If you're an atheist at that point, what the fuck are you thinking
Negative
of, right?
thoughts, right?
Okay, let's
You
say
think
I'm a
somewhere else,
negative
yeah.
atheist. Who am I gonna blame? You can't blame anyone.
Yeah.
Or
you're
let's
just
say I'm like a
fucked.
positive atheist. Who am I gonna like praise? You can't really.
Either way, it's like you're so
you have
uncomfortable
no
with that.
outlet. You have no
Yeah.
outlet to kind
Yeah.
of like even like okay. My thing is I have a few friends that are atheists, and I'll ask them like, what do you do when you're in times of like like almost like self doubt or need or feel like you want or spirituality. Like, what do you do, right?
Mhm.
The simple response is like, yeah, we just go out or we
Yeah.
go associate with this or we
The
or we
thing is-
socialize, right? Because they feel as if the aspect of like spirituality doesn't really exist
Yeah.
because they feel as if it's a
Some
waste
people-
of time.
Some people
Yeah,
don't
right.
believe in the idea of God, but they believe in like.
A higher power.
And when they say
Exactly.
socializing and stuff, socializing
You know
nowadays
why,
is just
um,
going out and drinking.
it's
That's
'cause, like-
socializing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because people can be like, yo, God's not real. But the ones that believe in a higher power is because you know how you're like, yo, I got my license on the 21, then 4 months later on the 21, this happened.
Yeah.
And all those like signs of like you said drive safe,
Yeah.
even though you usually don't say that.
Yeah.
That's
That's the higher power.
that's the higher power that people believe in.
Yeah,
but
and it
it's
makes
another-
sense because Sikhi says God's in everyone, right?
Mm.
God's inside of us. We're all a piece of God.
But the biggest
Yeah.
chess piece is the faith, bro.
yeah.
That's it.
Prosa.
You gotta
Yeah.
live in that
It-
acceptance.
It can't be obvious.
The pana, you can't blame God for anything, right?
Like,
I see that
you
so often.
you live
too.
in you live in that
Yeah.
viewpoint of God. This is there's something that's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
it's like Qudrat de Rang, bro.
Yeah.
It's all like there has to be good and bad in the world.
Yeah.
There has to be suffering and
It
good
can't
shit.
just all be good, bro. Because if the thing is, Guruji says too, you learn through the sufferings, right?
Like, why have
100%.
Sikhs had more hardships than any other minority, bro?
I just want to So I just think about I just think God. At least it wasn't that bad, right?
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
God. He
It could have been
could
worse, bro.
Your
You could've-
dome
you-
is safe.
Yo, you could
been
literally.
like,
I could have lost you, right? We
Yeah,
could have lost you.
I could have died easily, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
Mm.
like
Chota pra mera
limited
chal
it,
gaya, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they limit it to like a small injury. It's not a small injury, but like
It's small in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's
exactly,
what I'm trying
right?
to say. And bro, the thing is, there's people like you said, paralyzed.
yeah.
Can't speak
Yeah.
vegetable, right?
Yeah.
They
Think
can't
it-
do anything,
No.
right? You're
Bro, you
lucky
can still
enough-
change the world, bro.
You can still change the
For
world.
sure.
There's
You could
nothing
be-
different between me and you.
No,
like
there
right
really
now, the
isn't.
way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because bro, even
I
like
just got a $15,000 leg. Yeah.
That's a
It cost
flex, man. That's a
15K.
flex.
that's actually
yeah,
It cost ICBC 15K.
holy.
yeah.
Better
Yeah,
cost him, man.
Bro,
Right.
you gotta charge him more, man. You gotta write it as 30.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah, man.
Holy
Shit's
nah, dude.
crazy.
Honestly, man, like ICBC, get your shit right, man. Like my boy
For
deserves
real,
it.
man.
My boy deserves at least $500,000.
Straight, bro.
No,
I was
bro.
wanting like, yo, give me like 500K, bro.
That's the first thing that I said to him. Exactly what you said. You were like, "That's it."
Think
That's
about
literally
it.
what you
Think
said.
about
I
it,
was
like-
that's it to him.
Bro, like if somebody right now was like to me, would you rather have $10 million or like this body part?
Yeah,
I would
That's
never
what I said
choose
to
the
him.
money.
That's what I said. I was like,
hell
"You
no.
want
Yeah.
this much
But
money?"
I'm
and
just
your legs
saying
gone? Like,
because I did.
Yeah.
You can't get it back, so you might as well get the compensation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give me my damn money.
Yeah.
Because that 500K, yo, goes a long way. Like you could invest it eventually, you know, like Karkur Lala, right?
Yeah.
Like just, you know,
Dude,
Save it for
it's
school,
so
Save for school,
It's
right?
so. That's what people say about NDP too, is because it's a certain level of towards one side. Just the very thought that like the government can do something. Usually, even in court, you can appeal. You can do so much shit. To say like I make this choice and you can't even challenge it.
Yeah.
That's so undemocratic, bro.
I know.
That's
Yeah.
fucking communism, bro.
That's communism.
That's what NDP need to chill out, bro. Like you know that's not the world we live
Jaggy,
in.
bro, come on.
Jagmeet, man. प्यार तो सारे करते हैं.
Jagmeet, but tu ice bath on the ball and not
Yeah,
That's good.
That's
That's
good.
good. That guy takes. Yo, that's all his page is.
Yo,
now.
somebody needs
Ice
to talk
bath.
about these politicians that are ice baths, bro. Who's the guy? Guratan Singh,
Yeah,
bro.
Guratan,
Bro, that
guy
guy
thinks-
goes too ham on the
They
ice.
say hop in the ice bath
That
too.
guy thinks he's like spitting bars and stuff.
Yeah,
Talking about like
who
some
actually
weird
cracks
stuff.
the ice. He's so
He cracks
dramatic.
it with some pick.
I can't do it.
Fateh, yo, he's with Fateh.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
It's
no
school.
hate towards them,
This is
right?
a good clip. This is a good clip.
They're doing good stuff, right?
No, call him out. It's a good clip, yo. Like, bro, what are you guys doing, yo?
Yo,
Like,
Carlos,
But
right?
generally, I don't agree with. Yeah, what I agree with. I
guys,
don't
like,
agree
yo,
with
on
them.
day
Yeah, it doesn't
35
align.
ice bath.
Day 35. Yo,
Day
I've been doing
67,
that shit.
I
I'm
see
on
the
the
whole
grind
view.
too. 100 days straight, yo.
I can see that it's like it pushes views, bro. But we can't milk it so hard. It's too obvious, bro.
We seen Jagmeet before he was in office and like doing all that stuff at Khalsa Camp. Seemed pretty wholesome then. He's still like
Yo,
he's
here's
still
the
wholesome.
thing.
Nah, I'm joking. Fuck you.
Here's the thing, yo.
I'm not a big fan of
When it
Jagmeet.
comes
Not
to,
a big fan,
When it comes to
definitely.
politicians, or anyone involved in the space, Singh hobe, Pame Gora hobe,
Oh,
Pame
dirty
Joe,
game, man.
whoever it
Dirty
is,
game.
they once they get into that space, they have to buy into a certain agenda.
Yeah.
They
feel
have
like-
to.
It's weird. It's
100%.
weird. You know what's
And
weird?
so Jagmeet, you call it Jagmeet or Tim Uppal or all these Sikh politicians,
Yeah.
bro, they're all compromising their Sikhi for.
In a way, like you
In
could.
a way, not to, like
In a way.
in a way, not fully.
No.
Let's not.
They-
Get it
yo, I'm
twisted.
not blaming Jagmeet. Yo, that guy, he does a lot of good as well. But
Remember when he was like, "When I'm prime minister," then everybody laughed at him. That shit was fun.
this guy's
But
Yo,
you could say that some of these Sikh politicians are just one that are dressed up as Singhs for votes. Some of them, not all. Of
No,
them.
not Jagmeet. I wouldn't say Jagmeet is though. I don't think he is.
Dude,
I'm
that
honest-
guy stunts his Rolex so hard.
Does he?
Yeah, I
Okay,
was
never
like one of
mind.
his speeches and shit. He's like, "This is my Rolex. Like no one has this and shit."
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you're living off taxpayer money. Chill out of it and shit.
Pancho Trudeau needs to chill
Bro,
out
that
too,
guy's spending
man.
like $6,000 a night on hotels and
Trudeau.
shit.
Yeah. You know what's I was gonna say that sucks though, right? Is like I can't be like I like this idea from the liberals and this one from the conservatives and I like this from this. You kind of have to. Everybody chooses an identity and they're ready to kill each other over
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can't just be like I like this but I don't like this.
Yeah.
Because
That's
then
the
it's like,
issue.
what are you? It's like people start asking like, what are you? Hack on to
Yeah.
Yo, like, I'm like
yeah, everybody has to choose a party.
yeah,
a
I'd say
label.
I'm like majority conservative, but like I do think there's a lot of decent points that liberals have.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
completely.
I think you always
I'm
need
in
a
that boat
balance.
too.
Yeah.
I'm in that boat too. Whereas
Yeah.
I don't like.
I'm
not-
100% conservative,
I'm
but
neither,
like
I'm neither conservative or liberal or NDP because I don't
Wait.
care anymore. Because bro, like every party has like points I agree with, but I conflict.
What I think is that, bro, remember when it was Stephen Harper for like so long? I think if you don't have a healthy cycle of oppositions, your shit gets
100%.
fucked, bro. I think it's been liberal for so long that shit's going a little bit too much that way. But once again, if it shifts, I wouldn't want conservative forever.
That's true.
I would want it for
but I want Pierre in office, bro.
Because power gets to
I
everybody's
want
head.
Pierre in office.
Here's
for
the thing.
sure.
Remember how Sona Justin Trudeau was when he got elected? He was the most Sona guy. He was
Oh,
like
yeah.
the peer, bro.
Bro, he did a lot of
People
good.
were late.
thing
the
that
beginning,
pisses
yeah.
me off the most is when it comes time for elections and then they start catering towards the Sikh community and certain communities for votes, right? It's all
Oh yeah,
for
Trudeau
votes.
did a kind of
It's like,
and
man, take your shit out of here. Like, if you're not going to speak
Go to
for
the
us
Gurdwara
about our political issues, right? Then who's going to want to vote for you, right? And then when time comes around for elections, you're just like, oh yeah, please vote for us. We'll do this for you. You know, we're going to do this for your community, this, all
Yeah.
these false promises, right?
But they have a lot to think about.
I appreciate everyone for listening to the podcast. Special thanks to Sahej and Thirbir for hopping on. I'd love to have them back in the future. But
Always,
before we end
always.
off the pod, I want to ask you guys two questions. All right. Number one, how was your experience in the pod today?
Oh, it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was better than I thought it was gonna be. Studio's amazing.
Yeah.
Vibe, awesome. I really enjoyed it. You guys doing even their other episodes? Go give them a watch. They're really good. I've watched a bunch of them.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hey, Sahej, and the final question I have to ask you before we end off the podcast is: do you have any advice for anyone else that's young and up and coming and trying to do something with their life?
Get a motorcycle. and shit.
Try to stay as positive as you can. Try to keep moving on to the next thing, right? And biggest thing I feel like in our lives as young kids is if you want to do something, start it and be consistent. Don't be inconsistent and then you kind of drop things, but be consistent. I think that's the biggest thing for like young guys.
Yeah.
Be consistent in what you do, whether it's working out, whether it's creating a pod, whether it's school, anything. Just be consistent with your stuff.
All
I
right.
think it'll go a long way. Consistency takes everything.
Thirbir, Rohi Posh Lo.
Thirbir, I would have to ask you, man.
Experience on the pod, second time being on the pod.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not capping when I say this. Step up from last time, right?
Oh.
That's a given.
Done
You know,
what?
all the pictures and everything is well done.
Mm.
And I really respect you guys for doing this pod. Like, respect keeps going up every time I do this pod with you guys, right? It's my second time on. I definitely got to speak a lot more on this pod, right? But also listen to my brother's story, right? So it was a really good experience, really fun. I enjoyed it.
really
Positive vibes, especially when it's all four of us. We're all in, we're all six,
Chardikala.
right? Yeah, Chardikala, and like we having a solid conversation that we can relate to one another.
Yeah,
about.
that's true.
I really enjoyed this conversation and just the opportunity to tell my whole story.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, thanks
Appreciate
for
you
having
for
me.
coming.
I really enjoyed this. It was good.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
All right, yo. Appreciate every single one of you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next episode. Take care and peace.